Okay, I think we're live. Hopefully. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to Friday. Welcome to Memphis Wrestling. I'm so excited. The Rock and Roll Summit continues. What's up, Jerry? What's up, Lunasaur? You had fun at karaoke night? Nice. Oh man. Well, thank you guys for yesterday. That reflection stream was a lot of fun, and it was like one of my most like popular streams in a while. So that was kind of I was really surprised, but yeah, it actually did really well for like one of my streams. But anyway, today we're back in Memphis. I did have to cut a few segments out of this because of TNA and WWE, but it's actually not too bad. There were two promos. There's one short, like Rockers music video that had to be cut out because it used AWA footage. And then I also had to cut out like a couple. It was only a couple minutes though of some kind of Jeff Jarrett thing for TNA. Dog's in the hospital emergency room. I'm sorry to hear that, Barney, or Vinny, whoever. Sorry to hear that, man. Will there be someone here today that can talk about to the relationship to someone in a local dive bar band? I think so. You have Janik was sung PTSD. Dude, that thing did almost 500 views, which is crazy for one of my streams. Like, especially for like I don't think we've ever done that well with like a primetime related thing. Dude, it's blocked in literally almost every country that the VOD is, though. Every single song had a copyright claim, and they all blocked visibility to a different country. But luckily, I think I only lost 10% of my potential audience. So hopefully everybody can still watch it. Most people can watch it if they want to, but it was crazy. It was like hundreds of countries. What's up, F Wood? Anyway, this is I don't know what the date is on this. I'm sorry. But we're picking up from where we were last Friday. So, and like I said, I had to cut some stuff out because of WWE and because of WWE and TNA, but overall I think it's pretty much solid. So let's get into it. We had Brownie and Julie. I don't think there's that much for them, is there? Is there enough to dive into them? What's up, Izzy?
Hello again, everybody. Lance Russell and Dave Brown right along ringside, all ready to go with the big day of championship wrestling. And boy, I'll tell you, we got a hearty feud.
You're wearing a Jimmy Jack Janik wig right now.
The circuit that do not know, and there's not too many people, is the #1 weatherman in the entire Mid-South. And boy, I'll tell you, I'm not blaming you for this because I know how many people
I mean, we could do a performance showcase stream again, but I don't think there's as much meat on the bone as there was with Reflection.
A little coating of ice followed by a little bit of snow there, so travel has been kind of hazardous, and we're glad these folks here made it out with us today. We appreciate your attendance, yeah.
Hold on, I gotta adjust my volume.
We got a great show for you and also for you coming up here today. Max Payne is going to be in teamed with gorgeous Gary Young, and that's
oh man, Gary Young.
Let me insert right here and now that the big news of the day and the big announcement.
Anybody ever said that to anybody before? To let me insert right here and now?
It is the fact that we have a new CWA heavyweight champion. Max Payne defeated Jerry Lawler for the title.
Whoa!
And the Painkiller is now the CWA heavyweight title.
And he'll be here as part of a tag team. Also, the former champion himself, the King, Jerry Lawler, will be in a little bit later on.
Wow, Lawler
we'll
dropped the belt.
Looking at the Samoans, huge team. The team of the Great Samu and the Giant Coquina will be in a bit later on. Jimmy Jack Funk will be here too. All in all.
Jimmy Jack Funk, Duninsky. Did you hear that though? Coquina, that's Yokozuna, right? Wasn't that what they called him?
Oh, looks like a most interesting day.
I'll tell you one thing. We didn't slow
Hey,
down
Ronald.
in terms of talent. We got a bunch of it today. You'll be meeting the Great Samu and the Giant Coquina for the very first time. You'll be seeing them here in our Championship Wrestling television program. We'll be looking for them and everybody else right after we take time out for this. Okay, we're going to be in the ring here in just a moment. We'll be seeing the AWA Southern Tag Champions, gorgeous Gary Young and Max Payne,
Oh,
who
boy.
happen to be coming out right now, as a matter of fact. Well, we're not meeting.
That's
and
wild
greeting
that he's the
with any
champ.
kind of great joy.
This guy
Brother
is
Ernest
nuts,
and his
man.
team
Very
out there.
young.
Hey,
Pleasure.
Always
a pleasure.
Just well get it right up on the table front right now. I want to tell you, we received a lot of complaints and all about you making fun of religion.
Hold on,
Brother
wait a
Ernest.
minute. Wait a minute, Brother Russell. I have never said that I was a pastor. I have never said that I was an ordained minister. I have never said anything like that. I called
What's
you
up, Dave?
brother because we all are descendants of Adam and Eve, so we're all brothers and sisters. If you belong to the Kiwanis Club or the Lions Club, any civic organization, you refer to someone as brother.
Yeah.
Aren't you and I brothers?
Well, okay,
Now, what
okay.
about it, Brother
Well,
Russell?
okay, I'll tell you what about it. You come out here and getting behind a pulpit to start doing
Now,
your
wait
thing.
a minute. There again, there you're casting aspersion. That wasn't a pulpit. That was here from the television station. You mean to tell me if we go down here to have a press conference at the Holiday Inn or at any hotel in town, they're going to have a podium in front of us. Do you know the difference between podium and pulpit?
Yeah, I know. And, okay, I see it right here. We're carrying a Bible around here and trying to...
Brother Russell, where does it say Bible? I say good book. Good book. Do you know what a good book is? But probably instead of a literary commentary, you could do an illiterate commentary.
Luke, by the way, I don't know. He posted the tour of his van or his trailer or whatever, which was depressing, and then he posted a video saying he was tired of being a bum. Last night he was live. I think he's back at his parents' house. He was playing Minecraft. I said hey to him, but he wasn't super talkative, and he took like a really long break. But I think he's back home.
Very funny. Yeah, okay, so what you're saying...
I think they have the tag team championships, the Southern Heavyweight Tag Team Championships, and then he's got the CWA title
that
too.
all you're doing is representing a cause, huh?
Luke
Brother Russell,
West.
I have a cause. I received a call. I received a calling. A calling can come through on a telephone. It can come through anywhere. It can be, spiritual. It can be through a telegram. Anyway, I received a calling
Telegram?
to clean up wrestling in the Mid-South area and what they're having to go through. In fact, I've even got somebody in mind for your job. You're one of them, just like them.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Well, you're one of them, just like them, the way I feel about it. And there's
As
a lot
you
of...
can see by the belts on my boy's back, it certainly didn't take me long, did it? We've got power somewhere. I've got power somewhere.
You got the Southern Tag Belts and the CWA
Yep.
Heavyweight Championship.
Got to remember too, though, they didn't put much emphasis on the belts really at all, unless it served the
We got
storyline.
ourselves a match coming up.
Sometimes you don't even hear about them for like months on end.
Okay, Davey.
All right, this is going to be a one-fall, 10-minute time limit tag team match. Introducing at a total weight of 435 pounds. Out of Dallas, Texas, Rodney Napper. And out of Arkansas, Alan Reynolds. Going against him at a total of 553 pounds from Houston,
I don't think I've
Texas,
seen the CWA
gorgeous
one up
Gary
close.
Young.
I don't know if it's the same as the Southern Heavyweight or not.
Max Payne, the Overlord. This is going to be a one
What's Luke West, Luke East
Calhoun, the referee, and
doing in the Impact Zone?
Ernest Angel is in the
Luke
corner.
Weast.
Max Payne and Gary Young over there.
Yeah, he is. He's right about one thing. It didn't take these guys long to come up with some prize belts together. Young and Max Payne hold the AWA Southern Tag Championship belts. Max Payne, as we've already announced, is the CWA.
I really like it a
title
lot.
holder, as he took that belt from the King. Alan Reynolds trying to fight his way back, but boy, oh boy.
I just
This
really
guy
like
is
how.
big and-
Oops. I just really like how like people rotate in and out. It's hard to get tired of anybody. Storylines don't seem to drag on. The ones that go on and on, like Lawler and Dundee, they go away for a while and then they come back. It's not the same people just trading, who they're up against. You know what I mean? Like, it's just not the same, like, oh, okay, well, this guy's done with this guy, so now they're going to swap with whoever they were feuding before. Like, it just feels like there's always, like, the turnover really, I think, makes Memphis, is one of the reasons I really like Memphis. It's like a constant flow of, new talent, and different people are returning talent.
What do you think, Brother Russell? Do you see the power
tell you, your cause of cleaning up wrestling is certainly not well represented by the team of big knee in the midsection on Alan Reynolds. It's not too well represented by Gary Young and Max Payne.
No, I think they looked up cleaning up in a different.
I'm a big
dictionary from the
Mid-South
West
fan,
Side.
but I do really like Memphis. I haven't seen enough of Florida, but I want to see it.
Napper has not as yet made his appearance in there.
We can't watch that one on here, unfortunately.
Alan Reynolds, head into the knee. The referee comes over. There's a head back into the turnbuckle, and that gives Napper a chance to make his first visit in there.
Covington Pike
And I'm
Toyota.
not so certain I would want to be in there if I were having to face the prospect of catching Gary Young and Max Payne. Turned him over with a clothesline.
Sure did, boy. When he got him, he landed right on his head and the back of his neck. Big Max Payne. This guy's huge.
I also like the fact that, I mean,
You know, and the thing that makes him so
I know that Memphis has a lot of names, but a lot of the people that are names to us now weren't names at the time. So it just feels like they're able to do a lot with not always an optimal roster, or like the guys that maybe are really good aren't available to them constantly, you know what I mean? Like, I just feel like they do a lot with the roster they have. They're really able to make the most out of, like, pretty much anybody that comes through.
deadly dangerous, Dave, is the guy does have legitimately an amateur background. It's unbelievable. He was 3 times an All-American for the NCAA. Drops with a big elbow down there, and Rodney Napper has been mashed down on the mat.
Rodney
Big Max
Napper,
Payne again
mashed.
picks him up off the mat. Slams him down. Tag on gorgeous Gary Young. Payne just picks Young up like a feather and drops him down on top of it. As Rodney Napper is...
I've watched so many
there
Robin
about
Hood
to
movies
enter the
lately.
Twilight Zone, man, oh man, is he taking a beating in a very short period of time. Napper gets through, goes up with a drop kick, and has, look at that, no effect again.
Sorry, Napper.
He's fired away at the 300-pound plus Max Payne.
Oh, I like that.
They have the power. There's no way.
Yeah, I wish you'd put the power for the kind of look.
Do you
at
think
that big
people were really
spike on
upset that they had like
Napper laying
a
down flat.
villain
The referee's saying,
villain
"Boy,
pastor
Napper."
character?
He starts to count again, 1, 2, and Gary Young hollering from the outside. Takes the tag from Max Payne. What is this? Oh, I see. Look what a buddy I am. I'm going to let you have the pin.
Okay, 3 minutes, 25 seconds the time on it. 3:25.
Bill Watts was so bizarre on commentary. I don't remember what year it was. It might be like 85. It might even be earlier than that. I don't know. But there's like it's whenever old boy Paul Ellering is in with his weird gimmick, and they're building, I think, there's like, I remember they had like a dream match with like Andre, Dusty Rhodes, and somebody else against Ernie Ladd. It was like a 6-man tag. But anyway, during that time period, Bill Watts was saying some of the most out-of-pocket shit on commentary, and like, he was like telling stories from his personal, like, I don't know, I'm assuming they were made up, but like about business dealings that he'd had with some guy that had like a really weird name. His commentary for like a couple, like, I don't know, maybe at least like a month, maybe 2 months was just so bizarre. I always think about that.
By the team of gorgeous Gary Young and Max Payne, the big painkiller, as Napper and Alan Reynolds try as they would.
Brother
they were
love.
just flat not into the match. That's all there is to it. Going against too much. Boy, these guys may be with us for a while. Very so. Yeah. Hey, right now, Renegade Rampage trivia time. You know, every week, and let me get
I just
this,
think it's too hard
clear
as a
in your
booker
mind
to
in
book
case
like,
this is
I
the
wouldn't
first
want to
time
book
you've heard it.
like modern
We're gonna have the
AEW
Renegade
or
Rampage
WWE
is, a
or even
tournament that
TNA,
is
like
gonna
where
be
you have
running
to
over
have
like an
people in.
18-week
I guess though
period
they
that
do
will run
kind
into
of.
June.
They do bring in people occasionally. They cooperate with other companies, but I just feel like booking the same roster for an extended period of time would be so boring.
There will be individual single matches, points awarded for the win by pin, win by disqualification, draw, whatever. the guys accumulate points, and at the end of the time, there's going to be finals, and those who qualify will participate. The total overall money we're talking about is $250,000 over the period up through June. So everybody has got their eye on it, and certainly every time they go in one of those matches, they're thinking big time, boy, when you start talking about that kind of a payoff in there. In connection with that, we have weekly a Renegade Rampage trivia question. Now, all of the folks who were able to send in the correct answer to it, those answers are put into a hopper, and a name is drawn out of it only from the correct answers.
Thing they'd reach in to pull out the Royal Rumble numbers.
The weekly prize, which is a very nice Renegade Rampage jacket, the Renegade Rampage T-shirts, and a set of 6 Renegade mugs that go with. That's the weekly prize. But more important, really, than the weekly prize, and those items are very, very nice, comes the qualification for the finals. And that means that the person who is the final victor out of the 18 weekly winners is going to receive a trip to the site of the finals for the Renegade Rampage. They will have the expense money. They will be having the hotel.
I just kind of get tired of seeing the same people over and over again. Like, and again, like, it just, there's no personal issues anymore. It's always like, it's either some bullshit worked shoot, or it's like you're just rotating to the next person. Like, I don't know. I feel like in the territory days, there was always stuff going on, but I feel like you could have a period of time where like a guy wasn't in a feud and he was just like, you know, having matches, or they were, you know what I mean? It's not like you just get shoved. Okay, well, Seth Rollins finished his feud with this guy, so now we have to push. Now it's going to be these two guys for some reason. It's too sports based for me, like the booking is.
Accommodations, tickets to the final matches, and $500 spending money.
Well, speaking of registered sex offenders, didn't Triple H recently meet up with Lawrence Taylor at the American government's council to help children that Lawrence Taylor is on? Maybe he could get him to come in as a spokesperson.
So, all right, that gets everybody's attention in there. We're going to give you the address in a little while, but you must be able to get it in, have the correct answer, and there will be a winner selected out of it. I want to announce the name of the winner. Last week, our trivia contest question had to do with the nicknames for Dave and myself. And the winner from all of the names that were correct in it, selected, was David Davidson. David Davidson.
Is that a real name?
2 Ball Road, Memphis,
LT and Diddy, yeah. Well, Trump said he might pardon him.
Let's see, last week we had Louisville, didn't we? Had a lady from Louisville was the winner. Right, exactly. And David Davidson, Memphis, Tennessee, the winner for our contest from last week in there. The nicknames were Banana Nose and Howdy Doody, as coined by Sam Bass and Jerry the King Lawler.
David Davidson, what a...
So in case you're wondering what it is, that was the correct answer.
They didn't even try.
Okay, let's take a look at the question for this particular week. We have our third question. During his career, Eddie Marlin had his greatest success with what tag partner? I don't want to hear it, so don't anybody say anything about it.
Richard
During his
Swordfish.
career, Eddie Marlin had his greatest
I don't have
success
any idea. Do you
with
guys
what
know?
tag
Eddie would
partner?
probably know.
Okay, let's take a look now at the address. Renegade Rampage must be on trivia contest. Must
Dave
be
Davidson.
on your envelope. Send it to
Richard
WMC
Richardson.
TV 5 1960 Union Avenue,
Donald Donaldson.
Memphis, Tennessee 38104. You've got
It's like
the
a
address right
Stan
there.
Lee
the
name.
question was, what partner did Eddie have his greatest success with? Good luck to you. We'll be back in a moment. Back into the action here on Championship Wrestling in just a moment. Wednesday night, Evansville Coliseum. Brother, I'm telling you what a night that is going to be. Another one of those super world-class best cards coming into the Evansville Coliseum for Wednesday night. There will be a return
Let's hear
of
it.
the AWA World Tag Title. The belts, of course, were held up last week between the Midnight Rockers and the Rock and Roll Express. It was everything and more than anybody expected out of a match like that, and coming right back again. And this one, with the belts held up, the Rockers won't go in there as champions, and that puts a little different picture on it. Marty Jannetty, Shawn Michaels going against Ricky Morton, Robert Gibson with the AWA World titles at stake. And you can better believe that will be some kind of a scrap. That's not all the action. We're going to also have a grudge match with no time and no disqualification. That means throw the rule book completely out. Why not? That's the way they're battling and scrapping anyhow. Jeff Jarrett, superstar Bill Dundee.
What's up, Daniel?
Will be going at each other's throats
Daniel
and
Maron.
everywhere else. Big Max Payne is going to be there defending the CWA
National anthem
heavyweight
from
title
prison.
in Evansville against the Raging Bull, Manny Fernandez. A little later with classic confrontations of 1988 and any year, as a matter of fact. The Rock and Roll Summit, the meeting of two of the premier tag
Lance is
teams in
smooth,
the
yeah.
entire world, the Midnight Rockers, who held the AWA World Tag Champions and the former NWA World
He's
Tag
just,
Champions, the Rock
I mean,
and
he's
Roll
obviously
Express.
biased, but I
That
don't know. He just
collision
really,
produced
like,
an unusual situation. Following the match, the belts were held up, and it has been
it just,
ordered a
he
rematch
seems
to
like
establish-
and he is, I guess, right? He did work in, like, local news and stuff, but he just seems like I like it when the announcers don't seem like they're characters that are affiliated with the show. Like, I like the idea that they're filming this at a TV station, so you have these TV hosts. You know what I mean? Like, not like, I mean, their job is still to shill and get stuff over, but I just think, like, it's a different vibe when it's like I love Jesse Ventura, but, like, clearly he's not a broadcast journalist in the traditional sense.
Who will be the AWA World Tag Champions? Marty Jannetty, Shawn Michaels, the Midnight Rockers will go into the ring, but this time not with the championship.
I don't know
belt.
exactly what's going on here. The Rock and Roll Express, we've told everybody for a long time, we respect those guys more than anything, but you guys are a thing of the past. The Midnight Rockers are the future of professional
Look at this
wrestling.
outfit Sean's got on. That like, is that a
I don't care
sweater?
what these two guys have done all over the world. The AWA belongs to the Midnight
The
Rockers.
brandy.
There is no question in anybody's mind who the AWA World Tag Team Champions are. It's Shawn Michaels and Marty Jannetty, not the Rock and Roll Express. You guys think you can come in here from wherever you've been and take what rightfully belongs to us? Well, that's not how it's going to be. The
Hey,
Midnight
Backwoods.
Rockers, like I said 1,000 times, are the future of professional wrestling, and the AWA World Tag titles are going to come back to us. And I'll tell you what,
Which,
pal, I
again,
think
there's
you're the one.
nothing like, I don't have an issue with people that are like Jesse Ventura with personality. I just think for Memphis, like, especially because Memphis is so unhinged, it's kind of nice to have like normies. Does that make sense? Like when Eddie Marlin comes out, he's kind of a character, but like more of like a Jack Tunney type, because we only see him during those instances. And like even when EFD comes out, Randy Hales, like it's the same kind of thing. The authority figures feel separate. The announcers feel separate. I just like that. I just think that's a good vibe.
You never liked us anyway when we were here.
Listen, I
never liked us. Well, Lance Russell, you and all those people behind the Rock and Roll Express are going to be really upset when the Midnight Rockers prove that they...
Now, do I want to hear Lance Russell and Dave Brown call like 80s WWF wrestling consistently? Probably not. I mean, it would be interesting to hear, but the product is so different. Like, it greatly benefits from bigger personality characters.
They are the premier tag team in the world of professional wrestling.
Yeah, that's from Shawn.
Marty's pupils are dilated. What's up? It's me.
The belts. The belt has been held up. Let's take a look now at the very classy team of the Midnight Rockers. In Rock and Roll Summit was an appropriate name when the teams of the Rockers and the Rock and Roll Express got together. We want to call in Robert Gibson, Ricky Morton, and say the coming
Here we
meeting,
go,
the
baby.
return match now has the belts held up. They don't go in as
Here
the
comes
champions.
old Hoot.
You guys don't go in as the champions.
That's right, Lance, but you know, it never fails to amaze me how the Midnight Rockers come here and say the AWA belongs to them. But you see, the Rock and Roll Express has been down many hard roads. But ever how will we took, brother, led us to the top. Check our track records, brother. It'll show you all about the Rock and Roll Express. And just like you found out, there's nothing we can do to keep you from jumping on us. But there's a whole lot we can do to make you jump off, brother. So you let it recall. We are, and we're good.
My God.
Champions, the World Tag Team Champions, AWA that is. And the funny thing about it is, Midnight Rockers, there's not a thing that you're going to be able to do about it.
That's what it's all about this week.
Nothing from
Can
who?
you believe it? Again, a return of the
Greatest
Summit.
tag team ever. I mean, there'd have to be there's
Express.
definitely a case
Here
for
they
it.
are, Ricky Martin, Robert Gibson. It is not inappropriate to say the return.
So that was an AWA clip, I think. I think that was a promo package for Rockers versus Midnight. Rockers versus Rock and Roll.
Of the Rock and Roll Summit. The Midnight Rockers, the Rock and Roll Express, meeting to determine who will be the brand new AWA World Tag Championship team. Boy, what a battle it's going to be. Wednesday night, Evansville Coliseum. You make it a point to be there. Let's get back to our regular programming. It's going to be
Daninsky, make it a
Davey,
point to
we're
be
ready
there,
to go
please.
back to the ring, and the King is going to be right in there in action.
Oh, nice.
Opponent for the King stepping up under the ring apron right now. Brother Ernest Angel, manager
See
over.
one thing there, Brother Lance. Apparently you're trying to get on my good side, or you're called him Brother Dave. It's catching, isn't it? Isn't it wonderful how it gets in your heart and moves?
Oh, boy, you just made my day miserable. That's all I can do.
Oh, me. This is going to be a one fall, 10-minute time limit match. Introducing choir boy number 1. That's Tommy. He weighs in at 215, and the King, I think, can
Yeah,
go
Midnight's he
234
definitely
out of
can make a
Memphis,
case for.
Tennessee. This fall, one fall, 10-minute. This match, one fall, 10-minute time limit.
You liked
Jerry Calhoun's refereeing. Brother Ernest
the
Angel
last
is
one
talking.
was Eaton and Lane, right?
King says,
Dennis
"Hey,
Condrey is
stay
so
out of
funny
this.
though. He
See
looks
how
like
fancy you talk on those
an
TV
80s
mics."
pro wrestler. It's funny to see him in the like get up.
Dave, is if you get your attention right out here on Brother Ernest,
Yeah,
there's
that's
somebody in the ring who can do something about loosening
Brother
up a few
Ernest.
teeth of yours. So Jerry's been around long enough, but this kind of a guy,
Wednesday.
I mean, he will make you sudden sick, this Brother Ernest. And Jerry is hot about him already, so he had to make some comments.
He's getting
to
hot
it.
already.
Needs to concentrate on
Red and
Tommy,
orange,
choir
interesting.
boy number 1.
Or is that just red? Could just be red.
Jerry builds him across the ring.
Are you talking about legally he would
Choir boy
lose?
said, He pulled my tights, he pulled my tights, and the referee said, "Did you?" Jerry says, "No, he didn't."
I love these Lawler job guy matches.
I don't know.
Being praised by
I'll
Brother
never
Ernest.
forget when the Memphis Vice beat him. Got the 3 count on him. That was so crazy.
Lawler right back, right hand, bang, and down.
What's up, J Dummy?
On the ring apron into the floor. Go. What is this? Hey, wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Hey, that's not even a book.
Yeah, we saw what's in the good book in there. Watch this guy. Choir boy number 1, Tommy, is
Choir boy Tommy.
yeah. Referee checking Tommy over, but by that time he had already made the handoff to Brother Ernest, and it was back in the good book.
Back into the book, yeah. Yeah.
Make sure to get down to Covington Pike Toyota.
Ernest over to corner. Look out. Tommy using that right fist. Cross top of the head. Jerry Lawler down on one knee. The choir boy picks him up, pounds him down again. The King finds himself in trouble here. Referee moving the choir boy back for using the fist. Choir boy wades back into the action. Deep in the midsection. Forearm across the back.
Lawler
Heading for the neutral corner.
Lawler and Jarrett traded putting those signs up for in exchange for a car.
Lawler puts him into the rope. Upper arm coming off of there. 2.5 minutes gone. Head into the top turnbuckle. And Tommy, the choir boy, finding himself in some difficulty. Ernest
True.
over in the corner saying, take it easy now. This is not the way we want this to go. Down on the floor, it's
Did
choir
Flair
boy
versus
number
Lawler
1.
ever happen?
Brother
Yeah.
Ernest there.
Hold on a second.
Ernest hollering, "Stop
I'll be
it."
right back. I think I
wants him to
actually
stop
have
the
that
match.
match
He's
somewhere.
hurt. Said he threw him over the top rope. He didn't. His own momentum carried him over the top rope. All right, that is not a stop match. That's a count out, and the King wins it. Oh, now Lawler invites up into the ring.
Yeah, I'll go for that.
Yeah, I will too, but I don't think he's going to go in there.
Yeah, no.
Oh, sorry. So their biggest match was in 1982, August 14th, for the NWA Heavyweight title. There was also September 30th, 1985, at the Great American Bash. Wasn't there... Okay, this is the one that I remember. They brought out Lawler and Flair on Raw in 2004. That's the one I was thinking about. So they had at least the... Oh, they're all on YouTube too, if you guys want to check them out sometime. They've got the Raw matches on there too. We'd have to watch that one at the very end of the show though. But I remember that match. I remember it being actually pretty decent.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, oh, yeah, well, I'm glad to know what you're talking about. The King comes out victorious. The time again, David?
3 minutes, 5 seconds.
3:05.
Yeah, man, a Camry will outlast everybody.
We'll be back in a moment.
Hey, what's up, eh?
First, a couple of words about some of the action around the territory. Thursday, February the 25th, Henryville, Indiana. Right there at the high school, you can save $1 on the advanced tickets by getting your ticket in advance on both of these towns.
What's up,
Thursday,
Emerson
the
Maloney?
25th in Henryville, Indiana. The other is Sunday, February the 28th at Sadowski Fieldhouse at Fort Knox, Kentucky. 3 p.m. is the time on that one. Okay, here's the entire card for Wednesday night, and what a card it is. Terry Adonis goes against Scotty the Body. Gorgeous Gary Young will be facing...
So, okay, hang on. Scotty the Body is Raven. Who was the other guy?
Wayne, the night Adonis goes against Scotty. The entire card for Wednesday
Terry
night,
Adonis, hang on.
It is. Terry Adonis goes against Scotty the Body. Gorgeous Gary Young will be facing Ken Wayne, the Nightmare. Then it'll be that Samoan team of Samu and Kokina. Boy, they are big. And who has to face them? The Blue Denim Bruise Brothers. Raging Bull Manny Fernandez goes after the CWA heavyweight title with Max Payne defending Brother Ernest in the corner. Jeff Jarrett.
I guess I'd heard of Terry Adonis, but looking at his stuff, I don't.
The Rockers going against the Rock and Roll.
I guess he comes back as Choir Boy Jim at some point.
Big Samoans as they come in. This is the first time that we've had a look at them. And who is with them? Don't tell me Brother Ernest is with. Yeah.
What can I say?
How many people did they get for a TV taping? Well, this is all free, so I'm sure that every seat is filled as far as that goes, but like they didn't charge for the show. Here's Kokina, Yokozuna. So we're seeing, this is like amazing to me. We're seeing like the Yokozuna in Memphis footage.
Hey, I've got to tell you that
crazy, man.
Over this wrestling network,
Wow.
the satellite network in which you have has reached all over the earth. I'm getting letters by the day. Wrestlers that want to
Gorgeous
join
Gary
my
Young.
cause.
Yeah, that
They
guy
say,
cracks
"Brother
me
Ernest,
up.
We want to be part of you.
He looks like a
want to be
giant,
with you." And as you can see, these
Mark
boys from
Marrow,
the island
Johnny
of
B.
Samoa,
Bad.
here they are. I sent after them. I sent the plane tickets over there. They're going to be under us, and the proof is going to be right here, Brother Lance, as always.
I hear it from Brother Ernest, Dave. I think we're ready to go.
One fall, 10-minute time limit match, introducing at a total of 441 pounds out of Memphis,
XL
Tennessee,
toilet
Ken
seat,
Raper
maybe.
and his partner from Arkansas, Doug Dancing.
Raper
Going
and
against them
Dancing.
at
What a
total-
terrible tag team name. Are you kidding? Where's Daninsky at? Hello, is this on? Daninsky, where you at, buddy? You need to get in here. Yokozuna is wrestling a tag team called Raper and Dancing.
Weight of 645 pounds from Samoa, the great Samu and the giant Kokina. Samu is starting for his team against Doug Dancing.
Well, we've heard about these guys. They've got quite a reputation. Man, oh man, oh man. Look at that. Right off the bat, Doug Dancing picked up. He just turned him over just so easy. And Dancing, while he is not a huge guy, look at
A
that
man
for
with a
big guy.
Pepsi tattoo is a problem.
Kick, and I mean held him and fired it on him.
That's what it sounds like to me,
Delinsky.
Delinsky.
Here is a huge one. That's why they call him the giant. Coquina.
Boy.
Coquina.
According to the information,
What's up, Luna?
Coquina weighs 360 pounds. If anything, I think that's light. This man is huge.
That's from the waist down. What they're talking 360. Good.
Yeah, looks to me closer to 450. I mean,
Good Lord, man.
It's almost amazing how wide he is. He is just incredibly.
Yeah, definitely not as big, but man, look how agile he is.
It's hard to appreciate how big the great Samu is when you see him next to this Coquina.
This is
Look at
wild, man.
Man, oh man, oh man.
You
And
hear about all this
dancing,
stuff, but like I'd never really looked into watching a lot of the Memphis shows because I didn't know where to find them, and of course they were on YouTube the whole time.
This is our first look at Doug, but
Oh,
I don't think it's a very
Yokozuna knocked the
favorable
sign down.
No, he's
310 subscribers, nice.
Yeah, pretty big boys, that's for a fact, and they seem to know their way around the ring. Look at this. Double teaming.
RJ Maivia, managed by J.W. McKinney.
Ken Raper hasn't even gotten close to being tagged over
Ken
there.
Raper
His
hasn't even
dancing
gotten
has
close
just
to a
been
tag.
Absolutely overwhelmed by this team of the great Samu and the
The Japanese Hawaiian.
Samu.
This is so cool. I hope he sticks around for a little while anyway. A couple more shows maybe.
Back to his giant partner. Look at
But that's the thing about Memphis. You never know. Like, we saw Kabuki one time.
got to be it.
Well, 2 times. We saw him twice. But there was a pretty good gap in between, I think.
16 seconds. Wow.
You had fun at karaoke. I don't want to date Luna Star. She's taken, and Lee Cypress is, you know, I could never do that to Lee. Big Lee. Tag in the Raper. Is Danny Masterson in attendance?
Kenny Raper was never officially in the match at all.
Come on, get him.
Come on, Ernest, get him out of there. They throw dancing into the ropes.
I never heard of any of the music that you sing, Luna, except for I covered you singing Dead and Bloated.
Get your guys back to the dressing room. That's what we're looking for as the giant
What's up, Ember?
Coquina and great Samu
Turkey butter.
come out with a
Turkey
victory
butter popped you?
with
I
dancing
bet.
and Ken Raper. Raper never really was involved except
Man, that's
boy,
awesome,
what a
though.
classy little
Seeing
hand
Yokozuna
flip
in
out of
Memphis.
the ring in there. Okay, the victory going to Brother Ernest's new team. We'll take time out. We've got more action still to go right here on Championship Wrestling.
Are you saying you dated a girl that looked like Yokozuna? Did she have the...
Here with Jimmy
The
Jack
bun?
Funk and Ken Raper going at it. We've
Did she
got
have
a
the buns?
scheduled 6-man. I don't know how our time's going to run on that. But right now, coming out, Mr. Jeff Jarrett. Who,
Oh, here we go.
He's going to be involved. Jeff, good to have you here, partner. I'm glad.
Glad to be here
I'm
now.
glad you may. I know, driving over that ice and all.
We've had a storm here recently, haven't we?
Boy, I'll tell you what, it really hurt our crowd.
Oh, man, I love Buddy Rose. What a great wrestler.
You got one coming up with Bill Dundee. This is it. I mean, let's face it, 1-on-1.
Oh,
That's exactly
gotcha.
right, Lance. It's come down to this, and I knew one day it would do this. Let's take. I
I always
you're
liked
saying
Buddy
interview,
Rose.
and let's listen
Oh,
to that.
yeah. We
Listen to this.
got one from Billy. Let's take a listen.
Man, I didn't know what this world's coming to. Lance Russell says, I ain't going to interview Dundee. Tells Eddie Marlin if he's going to go crazy, don't let him in my studio. Well, you can take your studio, boy, and shove it where the sun didn't shine. Because what you did to me last week was wrong. You and Lawler both sat there and watched me throw that fair-haired boy over into the 5th row of them people sitting there. And then you both said, I never
Okay. So Dundee's still hot over the outcome of the Battle Royal from last week.
And he comes back, drop kicks me, and over I go, and all of a sudden, Jeff Jarrett won the Battle Royal. No, he didn't, brother.
Wow,
Just
Luna,
like
that's
you
pretty
never won the
risque.
match for the ring, Lawler, and that's really what's back in the back of my crawdaddy.
Singing about
is you
fucking
that
in a-
ring.
in a-
Now, you, Russell, and
inside of a
everybody else
bar.
around here has got a little conspiracy going.
The
To
blowaway
keep the
diet,
superstars from
yeah.
getting you a ring. Because that's
What was
it
his partner's
Lawler.
name?
When I
Doug
beat you
Summers?
Last week, it was you and me for that belt, and I was going to beat you for the belt, boy. Don't think I wasn't. I was going to beat you for that belt. Then I would have had my ring, and it would have been all over. You and me could have been tag team partners again. Beat up the
He's
Midnight
going into,
Rockers
like,
or
Uncle
anybody else you
Rico
wanted to beat
mode.
up. But no,
Oh,
you
if
have
the
to
coach
agree
would
with
have put
Russell
me in,
and say that Jeff
I could
Jarrett
throw
won
this
it.
football
All
over
them
a
silly little
mountain.
teenage girls, they're going to say he won it. They're going to sit there with a little training bras on and think that they're women and that he's a man, and they're going to scream and holler and say, oh, Jeff, you're beautiful. Ha!
Punk. You're a punk, that's what you are, Daddy. When I was running around the streets beating people up, you was crawling around on the round room floor. And all them preppy little girls that you grew up with thought you was cute. Well, brother, when you walk this aisle this week, Jack, there's going to be me standing at the other side.
Bill really works out his insecurities through his promos, and I respect that.
And back down again. I was having fun, punk. Well, the fun's over. I got you into this wrestling business, and I'm going to take you out, Daddy. Oh, I got to admit this. I have really got to admit this. You was a little tougher than you was 2 years ago when I got you in.
Did you post the video of sex type thing?
And I'm just going to tell you something, boy. All them little girls will better come and give you all the support they can give you. And they'll better be screaming and hollering when you're walking down the aisle, because they're going to count you back this week. And that's a promise from me to you, punk. And then, Lawler, you know what's next. I want my ring back, because you cheated me out of that.
Yeah, Dundee with that attitude of his. I don't.
What a crazy promo that was.
I do know, Lance, and that is his.
And then now he looks like he's just dropped in as a background dancer at a David Bowie concert after that like deadly serious
the different things that happen.
schizo
this
promo.
Particular one, it seems like more people are coming up and asking about it.
Whatever. We saw him on Power Pro Wrestling, Backwoods Squatch, and Boy Tony as well.
Me and Bill, how long has this been going on? Everybody said, how come you and Bill were never partners?
A regular in the
down
county
road
jail.
Together, or really, I guess, call it friends. But Bill Dundee is never
I'm not
like
surprised
me, and
about
I
the
guess I
DUI.
really never cared for him because it goes back a long way, back from day one. You know, I know that he's done a lot of things. He's been Lawler's partner. He's been Lawler's #1 enemy. He's been that way with a lot of people.
Yep.
And time and time again.
I've had my problems with him.
That's right. But this week,
Quit making it about yourself, Lance. Remember when Dundee smacked the shit out of Lance Russell?
And put together a little tape, and let's take a look at this one.
Okay, let's take a look at it right now.
He certainly hasn't been featured anytime recently. It's been quite a while since we've seen him in '88.
Well, it's got to bring back some bad memories.
That's right, Lance. That was 2 years ago.
You missed the Attitude Era. You kind of have like things have come and gone.
You know, you've been back.
You seem like you'd like kind of party with the Hardy Boys kind of vibe.
And I knew it'd come to this one day, and
or the
I know that
Headbangers.
You're a legend around this area, and I've grown up watching you. But it's 2 years. I'm not the same.
Well, let me ask you
kid that
this,
kicked
Luna.
around right in that very same
Do
ring.
you think that Lee Cypress would agree to you guys joining Jim Cornette and his wife in the hot tub back in the day?
I'm not the 165-pound guy that you just wipe the mat with. It's 2 years gone by, and I know last week, I think it's a little indication of what's going to happen this week. Yeah, you know, you said that you put me in this business, and you're going to take me out. Well, I'm not backing down from you or anybody else. Now, I know you're tough and everything, but I think we're just going to find out how tough you are. I know you're tough, but I'm not backing down from anybody. Lance, when I believe something is right, I know he was wrong last week in this ring. In the ring.
You won the Battle Royal, no doubt about it.
That's right, and that's what I stand
I was
for,
so
Bill
depressed
Dundee,
when
and
Jeff
I'll fight you
Jarrett
or
won the
anybody
Battle
else,
Royal.
brother, and we'll just see who the winner is this week.
Okay, good luck to you, Jeff. Appreciate you coming out. We're
Free
ready to get back in
mankind.
the ring right now. It's one of those situations that
I found a bunch of black and
Dundee
white
gets something
wrestling
like
that's
that
like
in his
complete
claw, and
shows, complete
he just
television
won't let go.
episodes.
I mean, absolutely will not
I need to
let it
run
go.
him through
Ken
the
Raper
copyright
out
thing.
here, and
Cream of
his
Cornette.
opponent will be out here in a moment. He does not have a nifty, neat day's work in front of him because Jimmy Jack Funk, the big guy from Amarillo, Texas, is exactly
Oh my God,
who he's
Jeff
gonna be
Healy.
going against. We've got, as I said, a six-man tag scheduled, and we'll have to see.
No, I'm not saying to break up with him. I'm saying, would you guys seem like you party. Would you party with Jim Cornette back in the day? Like in the OVW days, he used to have like, you know, talent and their significant others, and they would all like, you know, hang out in the hot tub.
Dave, it's going to be a 1-fall, 10-minute time limit match. Ken Raper, 221 pounds out of Memphis.
Oh, man, I love Roadhouse. Uh-oh, look at this. Daninsky, Jimmy Jack Funk versus Ken Raper.
This match, 1-fall, 10-minute time limit. Jerry Calhoun, the referee, waiting to get
Jimmy
things
Jack
going.
Mm-hmm. Raper is not
Triple J
by any means, but Jimmy Jack is, as Dave said, 263 big. And watch that.
How long was this organization around? Forever. And all it did was ever just morph from like one name to another. I don't think did it ever go away for a long time. I mean, they still have shows, but obviously, like, you know, it goes from like whatever it was pre-CWA to that, then to USWA, then to maybe Power Pro after that.
Bell over there, boy. You don't want to get near that.
Jimmy Jack Funk, heavy favorite in the match. He's the one with the experience and the reputation.
Well, one thing we can all agree on
Ken Raper
is that it's always good to hear about Lee Cypress and his band Graham Hetrick.
On championship wrestling, so Jimmy Jack Funk certainly can't overlook his wrestling ability.
You know, Dave, we talk about the experience, and we're not talking about just in terms of years, because...
You do mention him?
Whoa, man, he whirled and blasted Raper into that mat, and that is it. What
That's it for Raper.
1, 2, 3, and absolutely...
Well, in storyline, yeah, but not really.
42 seconds was the time on it. Did not
They brought him in to tag with Dory in WWF back in the day.
Okay, Jimmy Jack.
A piece of Jimmy Jack Funk. I'm not a hard man to find.
We got to take our time out. We've got that 6-man. We want to have some time for it. Be back.
Stop interjecting me into all these fantasies, Dennis. You got me marrying Ruby. Can you imagine what the my podcast with Methadone would be like if we had just done it, just said fuck it and done the podcast? It would have been so nuts.
One of those super world-class cards coming into the Evansville Coliseum for Wednesday night. There will be a return.
All right, Ember, thanks for hanging out. I appreciate it.
Title. The belts, of course, were held up last week between the Midnight Rockers and the Rock and Roll Express. It was everything and more than anybody expected out of a match like that.
Do you think they sold very many Raper and Dancing t-shirts?
The Rockers won't go in there as champions, and that puts a little different picture on it. Marty Jannetty, Shawn Michaels going against Ricky Morton, Robert Gibson with the AWA World titles at stake. And you can better believe that will be some kind of a scrap. That's not all the action. We're going to also have a grudge match with no time.
Are they they're like the
that means throw the rule book completely out. Why
they're like
not?
the Sid and
That's the way
Nancy.
they're battling and scrapping anyhow. Jeff Jarrett, superstar.
Luna is a karaoke performer. She's been on Boy Watch Live
Big
before.
Max Payne is going to be there defending the CWA heavyweight title in Evansville.
It was a very
against
strange
the Raging
performance.
Bull, Manny Fernandez. A little later, we'll get
Boss Winters.
Yeah.
Ruby and I are, we don't have that kind of a relationship.
Boss Winters.
Well, we got a 6-man tag team match coming up here. This one has the makings of a good one. We got the Blue Knights and Rough and Ready on one side at a total of 648.
The Blue Knight? Oh, okay, I see.
We got Nightmare Ken Wayne out of Memphis, Jeff Jarrett out of Hendersonville, Tennessee, and out of Lexington, Kentucky, Billy
Who, Raper?
Travis.
Yeah.
A match to the
I like that too. You know, those are the people that we do see more than anybody else are the job guys. So even with them, like, you do kind of develop a little bit of a I don't know, an appreciation for them. Like Rough and Ready, we've seen them a million times and they never win. But like, I don't remember them really ever having a terrible match.
6-man tag team action.
Who's the Lex Luger of the chill stream?
By the way, over in the corner of Rough and Ready and the Blue Knight.
Ruska.
Here we go. We don't have a whole lot of time, but we got a little.
He's not doesn't really hang out though since I stopped covering Grace.
Blue Knight finds himself flying through the air. Billy Travis. Looks like he's ready to go here today.
Keith Eric. I love seeing Keith Eric, the job guy. William the Freezer Thompson.
Back on his feet, but Billy Travis.
Blue Knight. Deadliest Warrior. Who would win? Knight versus Raper.
There was a double team there. You're right, Boss Winters. And the Blue Knight was almost.
Please be mindful of the algorithm.
Not quite. 2 counts, all they got.
That's a good team.
Remember Savvy Guy deleted a whole live stream because of
They've
that?
all got speed. Covered by Jeff Jarrett. Well, we're just glad to have the action that we have today with the weather conditions outside.
Lee Scott and Mike Blackwell.
It severely hampered our crowd. Just a few folks and some of the Hardys were able to get out for our championship wrestling today. And we're glad to have those folks here.
Dean Malenko?
We hope things things are better for the rest of the winter and spring, and we have full house from now on, huh?
That's okay. Spring is around the corner. That's spring just around the corner.
I'm with you. All right. Got the Blue Knight against Billy Travis. You know, you mentioned this team of Travis, Jarrett, and...
Maybe he doesn't really hang out either because I don't cover Grace, but Lawler would be a good Dean Malenko. Kind of a dud personality, but somehow like stumbles into comedic moments of brilliance, and then also always manages to have some kind of a, knows how to get out of pretty much any situation and just keep coming forward. Like he knows 1,001. He's like so he's the man of 1,000 copes.
Ken Wayne, very enthusiastic team. All of them, when they step into the ring, every one of them think they can win every time. With that attitude, you're going to win a lot of matches.
Tag on the Nightmare.
I would say Ruby's interest in me again is probably somebody who diminished greatly since I don't cover, since I'm not like in the Grace world.
Oh, is there a difference?
I don't know. I don't understand that either.
I don't either. Rough. Has his left arm wrapped up.
I still can't believe almost 500 people watched The Reflection deep
Got
dive.
about a minute and a half left in our time as that old clock moving right on to it. And what a scoop from Billy Travis. Drops down with a knee on Ruff, makes the cover 1, 2, and Ruff is out of it again. He's a wiry, lean.
I know they're pretty depressing. They're pretty dark.
He's picked up some weight since the first time we saw him too.
They picked up some weight, and they have wrestled such fine competition over the last few months.
They get Savvy Guy though some AdSense revenue.
Right here, looks like down to 3. Yeah, Ken Wayne got it.
He might just have to delete them. I mean, live streams are not like VODs are typically not that big of a deal for a lot of people, especially if you're not a streamer, if you're just a vlogger. Luke West is the Raven. That could be.
It was Ken Wayne after the tag, and he ended up getting on Ruff the 1, 2, 3, and that makes it official. 6-man tag. We'll check our time, see if we have any left. Be back in
I can picture him sitting in the corner. Sitting in the corner. What about me? Victoria, you broke my heart. You walked out on me. What about me? What about Luke West?
Didn't diminish for a moment.
I'm gonna go put together some Legos. Mean Gene.
Of course, we got started with
one like equals one Lego.
Gary Young in here. They won their match. They defeated Rodney Napper and Alan Reynolds in about 3.5 minutes. Then we came back with a single match. The King, Jerry Lawler, against brother Ernest Angel's
My King and
Boy
I.
#1. Well,
Awesome.
Choir Boy looked pretty good there for a while, but he got
What's
the
up,
King
Eddie?
a bit upset. The King came right back at him and beat him. So it was Lawler getting the
Luna,
victory
what's
here.
the vibe
That
like
is
afterward? Are you
huge
guys
team,
like
the Samoans,
all hopped up on
the great
adrenaline and
Samu
like
and giant Coquina. Coquina
gooning,
is,
or are
we
you
mentioned
like
during the
are you
match,
like
is
are you
listed
like
at
Bob
360
Seger? Time to
pounds.
turn the
That
page.
looks
Another
about
night,
100
another
pounds
town.
light
But
heavy.
let's
He
just
is
got to move
just
on.
Incredibly big.
Like what's
And they
the
did defeat,
vibe
the team
like
of Doug Dancing and Ken Reaper.
in
Ken
the
Reaper never,
King's
actually
chariot
officially
at
got in
that
the match.
time?
First look at Doug Dancing. We almost owe him a letter of apology, I think, as he really worked over by the Samoans here today. Then Ken Raper came back as a single and going against Jimmy Jack Funk. Funk won the match. Didn't take him long either. 42 seconds was the time of it. And
After
then
a team effort,
6-man
Ken
tag
Raper
team
came
match
back
in which
solo.
Ken Wayne, Jeff Jarrett, and Billy Travis looked mighty good as they were going against
Yep.
the Blue Knight and Rough and Ready with Boss Winters in their corner. Ken, Jeff, and Billy got the victory in fine
I mean,
style,
some
and that
people
wrapped
like
up
okay.
another
For
fine
example, Jake Roberts used to like to take his lady into a bar, Missy Hyatt, who, by the way, is I saw when I was looking for a thumbnail, I saw that Missy Hyatt comes into Memphis on the episodes today. I forgot what I was going to say now. Oh, but like Jake Roberts would take Missy Hyatt in and have her flirt with some guy, and then he would come in and like confront the guy and be like, "Hey, this is my woman," and that got him like gooned up. So I thought maybe you know, Luna and her king would do that to help get like the, you know, the royal mood lifted.
Hey, championship wrestling.
No major upsets. Boy, I'll tell you one thing.
The vibe is good.
I know that I'm looking forward to in this coming week. Lawler is going to be meeting Wildfire Tommy Rich. That should be something. Okay, we're going to get out of here.
Well, this is whatever the next day is. I forgot to write down the dates, but they're all in order.
Rock and roll the king, and who's the king of the rock and
Raper
roll?
versus
Well, guys,
Hyatt.
have been 4 times World Tag Team Champs of the NWA. We're talking about the Rock and Roll Express, and here is Ricky Morton. Rick, we've got a situation that's developed here that it's very important that we understand what Manny Fernandez place in this picture is. Now, first, you all had an AWA World Tag title match with the Midnight Rockers.
That's right, Lance. Right here, you know, is Robert and myself are glad to come back to the Mid-South area, especially knowing that we had a shot at the AWA World Tag Team title match with the Midnight Rockers. Well, during this match right here, when it was over, I was the legal man. I thought that we had won the AWA World Tag Team titles, but then the promoter comes down and says, well, this could be a double count out, a little confusion. But there was one thing about it that we and Robert didn't raise too much cane about, because we knew that we had another match that we could get back.
What was this,
That's
Ken?
true. With the world titles held up.
That's right.
So
She was a
that
smoke
both
show.
entered the ring with the Midnight Rockers
People
on an
shade her
equal
because she
basis.
got around,
Yes, sir,
but
that's
like,
why when me and Robert
who
was based
cares?
on that, we think, well, we can come back, man, and we can just take these titles right away from them, because we know that we could beat the Midnight Rockers.
Okay, well, you had the Midnight Rockers going, as a matter of
Missy
fact.
Hyatt
And
won a
then
party.
Something happened that involved Manny Fernandez, and that's the thing I don't understand.
Well, they were right back again. We had the Midnight Rockers beat right in the middle of the ring, Lance, and all of a sudden, out of nowhere, here comes Manny Fernandez right down to the ring, and boom, out of the question again, made us lose the match.
Okay, let's take a look at the action as it took place between the Midnight Rockers, the Rock and Roll Express, and watch what happens with Manny Fernandez.
I don't know, man. I saw him with a title belt the other day. I wish we could have got to see more of the match.
The event, and before we get any comments on it, let's listen to what Manny Fernandez had to say about you and
Hope
your
he's not still
partner,
talking about
Robert Gibson.
sissies.
You know something, all the idiots of the world have been wondering, they've been confused, baby. But there's no confusion to it, because when I say I do things my way, that's the way it gets done. Now, it's finally come around to that old saying, what goes around comes around. And Punky Morton and Hoot Gibson, it finally came back around.
Using their
with
real-life
nobody
nicknames.
in the way. You see, Rock and Roll Express, you got in my way one time. You stopped me. But the only thing that you have, and you failed to realize, that you can't capture what you can't got, and that is
You
me.
can't capture
And the raging
what
war's
you
gonna
can't
go on
got.
in this country, no matter where it be. But you'll be knocking on the door, Punky Morton, because when I'm over, and when it's over said and done, I am going to tell you one thing. When it's all over, the bull is going to reign over you, because you're tasting something that you'll never catch. Punky Morton, that World Tag Team title.
This is an absolutely insane promo. You're smelling something you're never gonna catch? That sounds like something, that's like a Grace promo to Lalo or Jeremy or somebody.
I elude you, baby. I have, and I'll always have. And as long as you are around anywhere, I shall come
What?
after you with a vengeance, baby. Because when the rocking and rolling gets a starting, nobody does it better than the bull. And I promise you, when it's over said and done, this issue will be settled, because there will be no more Rock and Roll Express, because it's done got rolled over.
Why would Manny
Okay, I'm sorry, but I have to listen to that entire promo again. That was an absolute, like,
Let's listen to what
All the idiots.
insane
Fernandez had to say
masterpiece.
about you and your partner, Robert Gibson.
You know something, all the idiots of the world have been wondering, they've been confused, baby. But there's no confusion to it. Because when I say I do things my way, that's the way it gets done. Now it's finally come around to that old saying.
I want to recreate this in a short.
Punky Morton and Hoot Gibson, it finally came back around with nobody in the way. You see, Rock and Roll Express, you got in my way one time. You stopped me. But the only thing that you have, and you failed
You're
to
smelling
realize
what
that
you can't catch.
what you can't got, and that is me. And the Raging Bull's gonna go all over this country no matter where it be. But you'll be knocking on the door, Punky Morton, because when I'm over and when it's over said and done, I am going to tell you one thing. When it's all over, the bull is going to reign over you because you're chasing something that you'll never catch. Punky Morton, that World Tag Team title that eludes you, baby, I have, and I'll always have. And as long as you are around anywhere, I shall come after you with a vengeance, baby. Because when the rocking and rolling gets a starting, nobody does it better than the bull. And I promise you, when it's over said and done, this issue won't be settled because there will be no more Rock and Roll Express because it's done got rolled over.
Unbelievable!
Why would
Wow.
Manny Fernandez do that, Rick?
Well, lads, you know, he
Holy
can't face
shit!
the
What a
fact
promo.
that when he
I
was
want to
having the World Tag
recreate
Team
that.
title,
No
that
way
he
I
could
can
not
remember
beat the
even
Rock
a
and
quarter
Roll
of it
Express.
though.
Manny Fernandez, you tried everything in the world that you could do, but you could not get rid of the
Smell.
Rock and Roll
You're
Express.
smelling what you
But
can't
now,
catch.
You say you're gonna do it your way? Let me see it your way, Manny Fernandez. Yeah, brother, you talk about how bad the bull is. Well, I learned a long time ago, brother, if you want to hang around the big dogs, you got to get up off the porch.
Oh, it is?
So you come on and show me what you got,
It
Manny Fernandez.
sounds terrible.
You going to get rid of us? No way. You're in our backyard now. Boy, you get that? I show you what it's all about, Manny Fernandez, because we are the true World Tag Team Champions, and there's nothing you're going to be able to do about it. So you come on, show me Manny Fernandez.
Wow. Damn.
Okay, we're going to be back in the action.
Man, that was
coming up in
a
just
couple
one
of great
moment. By the way, I'll
promos.
tell you what, Wednesday night, Evansville, what a night of action. It's going to
Wow.
be a little bit later. I'll give you the entire
When it's-
card.
when
and
I'm
then I'll
over,
highlight a World Tag
and
Team
when it's
title
all
match
over
with
and
the
said,
Midnight Rockers, Jeff
I'm gonna
Jarrett
tell you
and
one
Billy Travis,
thing,
the opponents.
and that's when it's
Payne
all
defending
over
against Steve Kerr.
and done.
In addition to that, an
Nobody
added match,
does it
Ricky
better than the
Morton,
bull.
Manny Fernandez, somebody who will have an interest in that CWA Heavyweight Championship. Brother Ernest with Max Payne going against the fabulous one, Steve Kern.
All I can say is we're going to knock the Colonel all the way. Fabulous ones, a legend only in his mind. Come on against Max. What can I say? We're not giving the belt up. Bring all you want to on Brother Lance. The belt is ours to keep.
Well, it'll be an interesting match to
See you later.
Nobody has ever given the thought that Steve Kern wasn't
He didn't
tough.
wait for
I
any
don't
kind of
care
cue
who
from
he's
Lance to
going
leave.
against, but
He
Max
just-
Payne,
he said his
well,
last
he's
word
shown
and
it.
left.
Big guy over 300 pounds with a tremendous amateur record behind him,
I-
and we'll be
Memphis
looking
is
for
so
a great
great.
match. That's Evansville.
I
coming
can't
up
believe we saw
Wednesday night,
Yokozuna
Evansville
wrestle.
Coliseum, and I mean the entire card is just exactly that way. Additionally, Eddie Gilbert going against Robert Gibson. More on that a little bit later. Right now,
Eddie
back to
Gilbert,
action.
baby.
It came out of the Mid-South Coliseum in Memphis, Tennessee. This was a Renegade Rampage match that took place in Memphis, and it's kind of interesting, and I want you to watch it all the way through. It has a big coquina, boy, all 360-plus pounds of him in there, going against one of the Zebra Warriors. Let's take a look at some of the highlights.
Oh
of
no,
that.
against the Zebra Warrior.
But the Zebra Warrior won't quit. He's coming back. Drop kicks him, moves him back a little, but that's all. As he goes by the rope, Prince Samu grabs his foot. We saw it. The referee didn't. There's the giant Samoan splash. 1, 2, 3. Got him. Oh, did he get him? Man, oh man, oh man.
Big mistake.
Separated them from their shoes as they hit them with clotheslines simultaneously. And now the Zebra Warriors being pounded down. Yeah, that was an interesting situation because the Samoans obviously were so much bigger than the Zebra Warriors, but it was an example, and particularly as the Warriors caught on to what they were going to have to do was a situation where the Warriors started to use their speed a little bit more. Coming out right now, Brother
Oh,
Ernest
wow, we get a promo.
and Prince
Oh, my gosh.
Samu and Coquino coming
Dude,
out. They're
Yoko
gonna
could
be in the
move, man.
ring
He's
here in just a
super. He
moment.
was
They found
agile
out
when he
that,
was
they
big, but
didn't
man, he's
scare
like
the
on
Zebra
another level
Warriors,
here.
despite being as big as they are.
Hey, but, you know, what can
Brother
I say,
Ernest
man,
managed
who wears
Yokozuna. That's
that
crazy.
mask? They did pretty good. Who came out the winner?
Well, there wasn't any question about that Coquino beat one of the Zebra Warriors. But, I mean, with all of their ferocity and all of their...
On TV.
Hey, Cody Turbo.
All of
We're on
their...
TV. Stand. Yes, good.
Attack,
And they had him picking his
they still didn't
nose.
Scare him off. Oh, you really found yourself some jewels here.
In my international search, all I can tell you
International
is it's wonderful
search.
for the wrestling cause. We're looking for more in the international search. As you can see, the Prince and his big friend here. Proof's in the pudding's all I can sell, Brother Lance. Proof's in the pudding.
Well.
Let them come on and start, and let's see what they can do.
Okay, you got a match coming up right now, and we'll send Prince Samu and the giant Coquina to the ring.
Oh, we get another
And
match with
they
him,
will
too.
be right now, David.
Excellent.
And the next go here on Championship Wrestling.
All right, couple of very large guys.
Samu, he was in the Head Shrinkers with
Great Samu.
Rikishi.
And their opponents arriving right now. Got a total weight of 423 pounds out of Dallas, Texas. Rodney
Samu and
Napper. Out of
Fatu.
Knoxville, Tennessee, Ricky Nelson. Going against
Ricky
them, a
Nelson
total
and
of
Napper.
645 pounds from Samoa.
Let me just join you, fella.
Samu.
That was
and
his
the
issue,
giant
right? He couldn't.
Coquina.
He could just never get his weight under control.
Feel compelled to come over here and join
Remember,
us.
Cornette said they sent him to a weight loss
I feel
center and he gained
compelled to be over here and
he gained
describe this
weight.
match. And we've just got to start with it, as you can see. They're there. Brother Dave, I mean, does your mother own the station here in Memphis? No wonder they have such bad weather. You fellas got to get some excitement going here. All right,
This is
fellas,
just
I'm ready
wild
for
to me,
the
seeing like
match.
these job guys that we see all the time, and now they're going to be wrestling Yokozuna. Like, these guys have
Ricky Nelson
incredible
starting out against,
resumes for like people that they've
Samu
wrestled.
and
He's going to pull that. He's going to pull that blonde hair out by its dark roots.
I had
Well,
some
you're gonna have
issue
to
with
catch him
Ricky
first.
Nelson at some point. I don't remember what it was
He's
though.
faster than either one of these Samoans. He's not doing such a good job of pulling that hair out
Well,
right now.
He's going to get started here. He's letting him have a little fun. We can't just go out there big as them boys are and just take it over. We got to,
Prince steps over the rope to get a break in there, and he did. Ooh, he comes behind with a hammerlock. Oh, Ricky reverses it on him.
he's going to let him have a little play. There's too many of them gals out there, you don't want to just blood him right up.
Rodney Napper dropping down with an elbow on the Prince's arm.
I still think about how awkward that podcast was that we watched, where that girl was really trying to do well to make her man happy, and she kept saying Mario time, and it made her like really mad.
Speaking of missing,
Or it made him really mad because he didn't get the reference, and then it got really awkward.
Napper
Mario time.
coming with a slingshot effect off the ropes, was going with a cross press.
Huh?
Whoa, look at Ricky. One.
Over the movie Rio Bravo.
I don't understand y'all. How y'all can commentate. I believe y'all are a little one-sided over here, Brother Lance. I mean, y'all are supposed to be unbiased about this thing.
Now, what about double team?
Was Rio Bravo,
Double teaming a while ago when the blonde
was that a John Wayne?
Now, let him come on in there right now.
I feel like he was in either a movie with Rio or Bravo. His Virgil tights, Dave's channel.
Pound that head.
Pound that head.
He is good. Yeah.
Whoop that trick.
Tell you what, I'm gonna have to
Yokozuna versus Napper. Talk about like
seems like when my boys get
a
up there,
clash
it
for the
goes
ages.
1, 2, 3. You let the king or somebody get in there, it's 1, 2, 3.
Giant Coquina on a whip with Napper.
Oh my God.
What do you call that?
Samu slams him with a clothesline.
As you can see, our calls, Brother Russell, is becoming
I mean,
more
there
and more.
is absolutely such a thing as like good and bad enhancement talent, 100%. A lot of people just dismiss them, but I don't agree with that at all. There's definitely guys in Memphis. Pretty much all the job guys in Memphis were at least solid, but some of them are actually really good and can have like a really good, even if it's a short match, you know, with somebody.
You know, we're going to build Wrestling USA. We're going to build it. There we go.
That standing drop kick a moment ago by
Oh man,
Samu
Dean Martin, what a
was
cast.
Unreal for a guy this size. We saw him do it last week. He is more agile than you might think. A double clothesline by the
Call that boom.
Samoan.
He fall down, right, Brother Lance?
He sure
I don't believe I saw him tag, Lance.
No.
It was real quick.
Or like Iron Mike Sharp, you always knew you were getting you were going to get a good match out of Iron Mike.
Prince Samu.
The son of Umaga.
Oh, good night. Napper pounded down, rolled over. 1, 2, 3.
Fellas, I'm going to let y'all have it.
Thank you very much.
Barry Horowitz. He was good. He wasn't. I wouldn't say he wasn't. Wouldn't be my pick, but I could see why someone would pick him.
Boy, Napper still down in the ring, and look at that. Absolutely no excuse.
True, Daninsky. Although his run as Boy Tony, though, he did really well.
Come on, Jerry.
But he did have that long winless streak.
Crying out loud. He almost broke his neck when he came off those.
What was his name here? Do you remember?
Now they're going over to Ricky Nelson. Double.
We just saw him like a few months ago, I think, in Memphis. What the fuck was his name now? Jack Gaper? It's something. It's one of those weird names.
To Rodney Napper. There goes Napper over the top rope and just threw him right into the front row.
Well, the time on it was
Oh, not
3
SD Jones. Get out of here, Daninsky.
And a big victory for the big Samoan.
3:34, the winners, the Giant Samoans. Come on, Brother Ernest, get him out the door. We don't need him here.
Daninsky, if you've never heard SD Jones in like a shoot interview or a Q&A absolutely cope over his loss to King Kong Bundy at WrestleMania in like 8 seconds, what was supposed to be 8 seconds, he sandbags so hard that like he just can't accept the fact that that match was just to get Bundy out in front of people, you know? And he just he's just so much cope over it. It's crazy. He somehow gets it to be that match got him more over than it did Bundy. And it's like, you are delusional, man.
Yeah, out of the ring, please.
What was his name? Jack?
Okay, we're going to take time out, and we're going to be back in just a moment.
Jack, okay, I got it. Okay. It was Jack Stretcher was his name. Stretcher. I knew it had something to do with gaping. Hey, what's up, Bob Brown?
Okay, before we get into the
Yeah,
entire
the Freezer Thompson. I like that guy.
The territory Sunday, February the 28th, Fort Knox, Kentucky. That's at 3 p.m. at Sadowski Fieldhouse, Fort Knox, Kentucky on Sunday the 28th. Thursday, March the 10th.
Yes, Jack the Stretcher Hart.
Marengo, Indiana at the Crawford County Junior and Senior High School. You can save $1 getting your tickets in advance right there, my friend. Now, Wednesday, Evansville Coliseum. Jimmy Jack Funk opens up against the Nightmare, Ken Wayne. Zebra Warriors will have the Choro World going in there against the big Samoans, the giant Coquina and Prince Samu. And then a special challenge match. Robert Gibson going against
Jack Hart in Florida. I think that's what he was here in Memphis, too.
Be in the corner of Eddie Gilbert.
I just remember they called him the Stretcher because I thought it was funny because
Steve Kern, a world tag
just a
team
great
title
nickname.
match with the Rockers facing Jeff Jarrett and Billy Travis. And then that added match, Ricky Morton will be facing Manny Fernandez Wednesday. Into a discussion of the situation that took place. And he's
here we
with his
go.
brother, Doug the Hitman Gilbert with Missy Hyatt.
Missy
And
Hyatt in
Eddie
the
Hot
house.
Stuff Gilbert is here with us. Eddie, out of the clear blue, you jump in and
Versus
get
Stretcher.
involved in a Jerry Lawler match with no apparent reason whatsoever, and it was one that stunned everybody that was in the Mid-South Coliseum in Memphis and saw it.
Maybe it was for you, Lance Russell. Maybe it was for all the people that was in the Mid-South Coliseum. And maybe it's a shocking thing everyone out
Barry
there right now watching
Horowitz?
the CWA wrestling
On a
program,
Mount
see Hot
Rushmore?
Stuff, Eddie Gilbert, Missy Hyde, and Doug Gilbert all together. What I like to dwell on here and explain to everybody, when I was a little boy growing up, first of all, and I'm not trying to make Jerry the King Lawler sound old, but when I was growing up, Jerry Lawler just happened to be my idol. I'd always want to grow up and be just like Jerry the King Lawler. And as I was growing up, and more that I got older, and the more it got closer and time came for me to be a professional wrestler, well, then I started realizing for me to be the
What a
king
character
like Jerry
that guy
Lawler,
is.
I'd have to beat the king. Well, in 1984, I had a little change of heart. I decided to go against the fans, and I went against them and became the international heavyweight champion in this area. And then in 1985, I finally climbed that ladder to the top to finally have to wrestle the king of the area, Jerry Lawler. Well, in a very important match in this area, Jerry Lawler, with the help of all the referees and all the fans, did something to me that I've never forgotten. In 3 years' time, Lance Russell, I've had to live with this. I've had to lay awake at nights, not being able to sleep, the pain, the agony of defeat.
Brooklyn
Jerry
Brawler.
King Lawler. Something that you just can't wipe out. Because, see, Jerry Lawler came in this area. He knocked the top man off Jackie Fargo.
Remember that, if you watch the real old WWF stuff, you remember the Duke of Dorchester? He would win occasionally, but they did that for jobbers back then. They'd have a jobber versus jobber match every once in a while.
I've done a lot of things. I've got a Rolex watch, yeah. I've got a diamond ring. I've got the greatest lady
I'm not saying he's not a good technical wrestler, but I mean, Mount Rushmore? I mean, everybody to their own taste, but.
And finally, after 3 years' time, it took 3 years for the time finally came. You know the old saying, good things come to those that wait, and it finally did in Memphis, Tennessee.
Well, let's let the rest of the folks around the area know exactly what those good things were. I'd like for you to see a match. It was between Jerry Lawler and Tommy Wildfire Ridge, in which Eddie Gilbert became involved. Take a look. Lawler's head guy. Eddie Gilbert's mom's Alan Reynolds, who was trying
The Duchess of Queensberry. He looked hilarious too, the Duke of Dorchester. It was Pete something, I think.
Eddie Gilbert in the ring. In the midsection, Eddie.
Oh!
Fire right in Lawler's face. What a wild, uncontrolled action. I hope we're still on the air with all the fighting going on. Lawler just got burned. Well, it may be a satisfying one to Eddie
I'm not
Gilbert,
sure. I don't
but
remember
certainly
that.
not a
That's.
pretty sight to
I
a
would
lot
like
of
to
people
see
who
that
saw
though.
it, I can tell you that. Okay, temporarily you've got Jerry Lawler out of action, but what have you gained out of it?
Well, is that right, Lance? Temporarily. Well, see, another thing when I was growing up watching Jerry the King Lawler wrestle is I used to notice him throwing fire.
Pete
a lot of
Doherty,
times.
there you go.
Well, something that I had learned. See, Jerry Lawler, I know everything about you. See, Lance, I want you to remember
Such a
this. Everything
goon.
that you've ever
Such
seen
a-
Jerry Lawler
just a
do,
goonish
Eddie Gilbert
character.
can do, and a lot better. Now, the
What's up, Rush
satisfaction
Limbaugh burner
that
account?
I've gotten out of this, and all the people that turn up your television
Hey,
right now,
hey,
get
guess
that camera
what,
in here close, 'cause I
Rush
wanna let
Limbaugh? Sorry to
everyone know.
derail for just a minute, but I went and looked up somebody that we got into a feud with like 10 years ago on Twitch, and I thought for sure like they would have moved on, but they still have me blocked. Can you believe that?
The satisfaction. Lawler, I want you to feel the disgrace. I want you to feel the humility. I want you to feel the pain, the agony.
They had a
No, I
booking
ain't
committee a
defeated
lot
you
of the
yet.
time too, didn't they?
You've been burnt. You've been hurt. That eye is hurting you right now. You don't know whether you're going to be able to see clear anymore. Well, you remember.
I want you to be able to come back. That's right, Lance. I want him to be able to come back. I want him to be able to become the CWA heavyweight champion again. Because, Lawler, that's when I want you. I want you at your best. I want you to be the top dog. I want you to wear that crown to the ring for all your people. I want you to be the king of wrestling when you step in the ring with me, because our mission is not over. It's not
think
done.
I saw that
I'm back in
preview
this area for a
video.
reason, and only one reason.
It was some weird Hulk commercial.
King Lawler, you're the only person that
The
I
Grace
want. You
Thorpe
can
of
bring
80s
it.
wrestling?
I know
Would
Lance.
you be
He's got all
serious,
these friends
Daninsky?
like Robert Gibson, and maybe Jeff Jarrett, or people like that. You can send those people, or maybe they'll just do it on their own. Maybe they'll just get
Grace doesn't have a
Marlin
reputation
That's
for
fine. You
spreading
come,
in
because
a
I've
physical
got my
sense.
family with me now, and it's going to be hard to get close to hot stuff.
Well, sooner or later, you know it's going to have to be one-on-one. Not the whole family, not everybody gathered in there.
I want him one-on-one.
Okay, well, you've heard it all from Eddie Gilbert. We'll
Oh,
see
welcome
the
back,
rest of the
Luna.
story.
I'm sorry that you weren't here. I thought I was having a long conversation with you about emo music. I didn't realize you had left.
We're talking about Ricky Morton, Robert Gibson, as they're always good to see in action.
Brian Danielson, Kurt Angle, Gotch, San Martino.
Opportunity to have Missy.
Let me tell you something. I really do not appreciate being kept in the back. and
Grace
waiting
Thorpe is not
while you're watching
on
these little sissy rock and roll guys. I'm really not into
any
that.
kind
There's
of
no
drugs.
catered
Come
food
on.
back there. There's nothing. I understand you've been plugging Missy Heights coming out here. Missy Heights coming out here. I know that you need good ratings, and I know you don't want the people to change the channel to Garfield or something else on another station, but you don't have to do that. Cause
I mean, she did spread creatively by agreeing to go along with all that Keemstar stuff.
This is the hitman of the family, Doug Gilbert.
Yeah.
The hitman. This is the strong stuff of the Gilbert family. And just a little bit later on, he's going to get into the ring, and he's going to show y'all just how rough and tough he is.
Yeah, what I would
All
like
right,
to know
Dave.
is, where is Eddie Gilbert? I thought you were Eddie.
Be careful out there.
Well, what you think and what you know is two different things. I'm here. You should be talking to me and the hitman right here. Well, he's little
Tonight is
Doug,
karaoke night with the vets.
Yeah, well, I know that you have been around in various territories, and everybody is familiar with
Is
Missy
this,
Hyatt, and now you are here with
Is
the
this Tom
Hitman.
Casey of
That's right.
Reflection?
And, you know another thing, that little goof guy that you have sitting right there, I think you should have me on the show as your color commentator every once in a while to add a little flavor to the show. I mean, at least I could come out here and show people how to dress here in Memphis. I mean, about clothes, about hair, about nails, and about all that good kind of stuff. I mean, that might really help your ratings.
You can show them all of that,
Oh, my
right?
God.
Where'd you get that suit from Sears?
Well, it's just
That's
one of
not
them
true.
that I happen to have around, you know, and it'll get
Not
through
true.
this show. I certainly hope.
I will defend her if it's a situation. There's plenty of things that I wouldn't defend Grace about.
Okay, what I would like to know, again, I didn't understand exactly.
I set
your
my
explanation about Eddie
parasocial
Gilbert.
feelings
You're
aside
here with
frequently
Gilbert today,
when dealing
but
with
I've
Grace.
seen you as
When
the
discussing
valet to Eddie
Grace with you
Gilbert.
guys.
Well, if you see me as the valet for Eddie Gilbert, why do you keep asking me questions about Eddie Gilbert? I'm sure he's doing okay wherever he is, right?
Well, okay, I guess that's the explanation we're going to get. So, Doug, if you're ready to hit the ring, we got your opponent up there. Missy, how about you? You ready for him to get in there and...
Go on.
I mean, were you not in here, Cody, when Grace and I had our little, thing about the direction of the content?
Joey's stuff here
I
on
didn't
Championship
sweep
Wrestling.
at all. I didn't
Okay,
lie
let's
to
go
her.
to
I
the
didn't
ring.
flatter her.
Don't go if you're
I was
home.
completely
Don't go
honest
and
with
get a
her.
Coke or anything like that because it ain't gonna take very long for Doug.
Going to be kind of quick, huh? Okay, Dave, how about the official introductions for this one?
It's going to be
And then the
one
very
fall,
next
time
day
match from
after that, then
Memphis,
she
Tennessee,
granted
226
access to the
pounds,
archive
introducing
to
Ken Going against him,
Psycho
from
Spud.
Lexington, Tennessee, at 260 pounds, Doug Gilbert. This match won for
Well, I
2
can't believe she still has me blocked, but it's
under.
understandable because I did want to start drama with her again. So it was a good decision to keep me blocked, but pretty childish in my opinion.
Oh no, did you see that? This little guy can't even get.
I just thought there's no way she's still mad about this. It's been 10 years, it's time to grow up, but no, she didn't. She still got me blocked.
Top 24 football players.
Yeah, well, he's a big, impressive guy, no question.
Did I watch episode 1 of the Grace and Ben show? No. It's going to revitalize their career. I didn't see that. I did see... No, I actually don't think Grace is bitchy. I just think she has she just has like, toxic personality, some real toxic personality traits, which I don't particularly see as a negative. No, but I did stop by Joe Shabatoni's channel just to see what was kind of going on, and I saw that they're doing a streamer house, and I was like, oh, okay. I don't know if that's what you're talking about, though.
The Gilberts, and he just found out that Ken Raper is no peanut himself.
I don't know what you're talking about.
No. Okay.
Doug is so strong. Look at that. I'm surprised the match has even lasted this long.
No, I didn't
Ken
either.
Raper backdrop. Gilbert.
Oh,
big
the Ben.
elbow
Oh, it's
comes
Ben
down right on
got the
of
top
back of
billing.
the neck of Ken Raper. He picks him up by the hair and slams his head into the top.
I do have regrets. I do think I pulled the trigger a little too soon on Thorpe Alert, only because I really wish I would have fit in the Manar stuff. I wish I would have covered Manar.
Turnbuckle.
That's one of the greatest Thorpe stories.
Oh, no. And here it is. I think that's going to be it. What do you think?
Well, no, I don't think so. Ken Raper.
What's the
just
concept
proved
of the
that,
show,
one
Ananje?
done.
I
The
think
Ben
that
and
Dougie
Grace
is
show.
just letting the people see what a great athlete he is.
Just prolonging the match so
That's
they'll have
right.
a little better chance to see.
He's just hurting this guy.
Yeah. Ken Raper dumped out on the floor by Doug Gilbert. Doug picks him up, slams him down on the studio floor, and referee
And I
Jerry
definitely
Calhoun
did
says,
not show
"Back
Grace
to
preference
the
in the
ring."
clips because
Raper's
a
still
lot
out
of the
on the
clips
floor,
on
and the
them were
referee
not
starts to
exactly
count
like the
in.
most
Gilbert
flattering
banging
to her,
hard
you know.
out on the studio floor.
He's just punishing him a little bit.
Well, he certainly punished him at that moment as he slammed him outside the ring. The fact that it was illegal has nothing to do with it. And
I
a
tell
big
you what,
suplex.
the Hitman Doug, that is so good. See that?
You like
He's
that?
just- yes, he's just punishing him a little bit.
Yeah, the Menard stuff, I didn't I appreciated it
In case you just joined us, she is
after the first one. I didn't really get Menard at first, but then I really liked it, and then I thought, oh, that's what I was actually gonna.
About me, that they're going to be wanting me to come in here
So
and
the original plan for ending Thorpe Alert was that I would cover the Menard stuff, and then segue into the Ben interview, and then the Ben interview was going to be like the end, but it didn't exactly work out that way.
After y'all begged and begged to have me
Mainly 'cause I got
come
high
to
and then I
NWA,
didn't get
and I had
organized.
18 men on their knees begging, so that's why I'm here.
So, okay, so they sit in separate rooms and talk to each other on a panel. So but what is it about the Ben and Grace show that differentiates itself from, like, previous incarnations, I guess? From their perspective, at least.
Right there is Doug Gilbert just raped Ken Raper.
Yeah,
with
Ben
that big
versus
elbow,
Patience
put
was
him
great.
down on the mat, and referee Jerry Calhoun again
I think you
reminding
get Ben
the
versus
hair is
Patience
not there
on
to
one of
be
the Kings.
pulled
Oh,
on.
but the reason that Menard ties into wanting to end Thorpe Alert on the interview is because the original plan on my end was that would be because Kings was canceled. So I wanted to come back and be on the last episode of Kings doing the interview with Ben.
Well, what's it there for?
Well, you're lovely
if you
hair,
can't
Missy.
grab
You shouldn't
something-
ask a question like that. You
Well,
know
nobody would touch my hair.
Certainly not. Back up on the feet again. Ken Raper pushed off into the rope. Gilbert misses the elbow.
I mean, I do talk to a lot of them, but like I was more involved with Grace than the other ones, but not in any weird way. Just
And Doug Gilbert.
I just clipped her more and watched.
Hanging around with Ken Raper. He played in the wrong direction there.
Like I watched all the
Raper
Grace
got a
stuff
one
live.
count on him.
Only a 1 and not a 3 count. Just remember that.
Big move from Gilbert. 2, 3, a dandy.
Well, next time you need your rating, boost it up a little bit. You just call because I'm going to be out here from now on.
Missy Hyatt bidding us adieu as Doug Gilbert in his first appearance on Championship Wrestling gets a 1-2-3 over Ken Raper. And there goes the lovely Missy Dave. Quick, grab it quick before somebody else does.
I mean, I try to talk to
3:14
Gaiman
the
for
time.
hope.
You're too much of a gentleman. She just
But he
had to
won't-
come
he
in
won't
here and
talk
get
to
her
me.
words in there. Okay, that's the way that one goes. It was interesting to see Doug Gilbert. Boy, he's a big son of a gun, isn't he?
He's continued to grow.
He really has. Remembering him from little.
I talked to
Cobra,
Rich.
and he grew up and has learned a lot of the science from his father
Who
and
else
his
do I
brother.
cover that's a
Timeout. We'll be
guy?
back in a moment.
Luke West. Vinny, of course.
Wednesday night, Evansville Coliseum. What a slam-bang affair that son of a gun's going to be. Boy, I'm telling you, with a card like this, roll back the walls, because it's going to be a jam-packed crowd in there to see.
Roll
Let's
back
start
the
from
walls.
the beginning. Jimmy Jack Funk goes against the Nightmare, Ken Wayne. We're going to be looking for the Z.
I mean, I have to take, I can't Terry Funk it and just cover the Menard stuff and retire again, but I am open to, like, at some point in way down the line of, like, going back and doing, like, covering the Menard stuff.
Or a couple of weeks ago, but take it back sometime into the NWA
Your favorite song
territory,
that your king
where Eddie
sings
Hot Gilbert will be
to
going
you
against
is
Robert
where I
Gibson.
got you where I want you by the flag. Oh, I remember
This
that
son of a
song.
gun will have a lot of personal fire coming out of that one. CWA heavyweight title match. Can you picture Steve Kern with all of his athletic ability challenging Big Max Payne for that title?
My favorite
And then a
song
World Tag
is
title match. A lot of speed
Party
in
Like a
this.
Millionaire by the
Midnight
Millionaires.
Rocker, Shawn Michaels, Marty Jannetty facing Jeff Jarrett and Billy Travis. And the final match, oh boy, I think you know by now if you've seen the rest of the show. Manny Fernandez, Rick Morton, a lot of fun time by the day.
Okay, that was an AWA cut. That was an AWA footage cut from WWE. Another, like, Rock and Roll Express Rockers promo.
Named two father and son tag teams that have wrestled in the area. And
Menard's battling Heathen.
Correctly named Tommy and Eddie Gilbert, Jeff and Jerry Jarrett, and also for
I
good
just-
measure, Ken Wayne and Buddy Wayne.
The end of King's episode 3 to me is one of the most memorable, craziest, out of control moments. And then it doesn't even end there. Like, if you were watching on Menard's channel, his reaction to it, like, was just completely outlandish. He had already been burnt by Ben, like, multiple times, but he's like, can he do this? Chat, you hear the thing he say? He say this? He can say this?
That makes them an absolute winner. That means, and who it is?
Oh my God! Just what a great series Kings was. Severely underrated.
Right, that's our winner for this week, Kathy Hicks, Lawrenceburg.
He can do
Kentucky.
this.
She will
He
receive
can say this.
a set of 6 Renegade Rampage mugs. She will receive the T-shirts, the hat, and most important of all,
Qualifies for the biggie.
qualifies for the biggie.
How are you
18
doing,
weekly
Luna?
winners, and they will all qualify for the opportunity to get flown to the site of the finals of the Renegade Rampage. They will be getting not only their transportation, but their hotel and so forth, and given $500 spending money, all for the finals of the Renegade Rampage. Now, before we get to the ring and the action up there, let me give you this week's
And then in the Ben versus
Renegade
Patience,
Rampage trivia question.
they sent Mock Lavelle over to Big Patience's chat, and he gaslit him about his music being so good and got him to sing a whole bunch. Oh my God.
This area. 4 holders of the World Heavyweight
Kings was
titles
such a
who
good
defended
show.
their
I
titles
hate that
in
Kings
this
is gone.
area. What you must do if you have the correct
I would
answer,
tune
or
in
think
for a
you have
King's
the correct
return.
answer,
I
is
would
send
watch,
to
like, I would watch it
Renegade
live.
Rampage Trivia contest. Now, that must be on the entry. Renegade Rampage Trivia
The brand new
contest
Ben
to
and Grace show.
WMC
They should get Menard back on.
1960 Union Avenue, Memphis, Tennessee,
Oh my God.
38104.
Your cat got
Renegade
D6
Rampage Trivia Contest,
today.
WMC 1960 Union Avenue, Memphis, Tennessee, 38104. David?
All right.
Interesting
We're ready to
phrasing,
go with an
Bob.
Expiration of time match. Introducing at a total weight as they get going out of 500, a total of 500 pounds out of Apopka, Florida. Ron and Don Bruce going against Max Payne.
Okay, so we got the
Gorgeous
Skull and
Gilbert.
8 Ball guys
Brother
again.
is
The
supposed to be
Bruce
in their
brothers are
corner,
back.
but he's
I guess we could call this a super spud between
See,
two
they just kind of left
commentators.
for a few shows and now they're back. Like, I like that spontaneity of it not always being the same 20 guys.
You can tell he didn't write for Johnny Carson.
Vinny's dog is in the hospital too, so it's a real pet
Boys
day.
are getting started kind of slow here. Oop, Calhoun is a little slow in counting there. We may have to send him to that Evelyn Wood.
Oh,
school,
like
as I
the
said before.
cone?
A little slow there.
This is, I haven't correctly identify because I can't see the face that well. It's hard to determine which one is which.
I love on Kings episode 3, it's all Grace's face whenever Ben does like a really sharp turn into chaos. Like her accepting that, okay, the attempt to do actual like content is over. Now we're into the chaos. Like the look on her face is just like when she realizes that she's gonna have to delete the stream. Like it's just really funny. Now they deleted it. They had to delete the stream, I think, for TOS, but I don't know if Minar still has it up or not, but I have the complete Kings 3 episode from Minar's point of view, so you get to hear him at the end, like, you know, going over what just happened.
Brown. It ought to be Buster Brown. Wonder where their dog tag is. See if they live in a shoe. What do you think, Brother Russell?
Yeah, I think that's Don Bruce in there right now as he gets 1, 2. As gorgeous Gary Young.
Slow on counting there. What makes him so slow on counting, Brother Russell?
Well, it looked to me like it was a perfectly legitimate tempo encounter.
Look at here.
Big Max Payne.
Well, I should say, I want to put in a caveat. I would tune in for Kings assuming that it was at least a decent guest. I wouldn't tune in for like a Lalo Kings or a War Chief Kings, or like it had to be like it wouldn't have to be Minar, but it would have to be somebody like of the Minar level.
And down we go.
OPC would be acceptable if he's on cam. Got a cam up.
I hope you can see all the belts my boys have right here on this desk. It's just amazing what the power that they can do.
I want Ben to talk to OPC about why OPC is so interested in his daughter.
We're definitely going to do it, Brother Russell.
You heard Shawn Michaels is in the hospital.
As he tags gorgeous Gary Young.
Are you talking about because he got beat up by the Rock and Roll Express? Luna, that's just part of the show. Yeah, Process would be fine. Is Grace's future as a streamer limited by Ben's mental illness? I mean, I don't know. I don't know what he's diagnosed with. I don't want to. I don't want to make any. You know. I don't want to make any broad assumptions. They're two wildly different demographics, so I would say they limit each other in some ways, but then they benefit each other in some ways.
How about that? Isn't that wonderful?
Some really inspirational conversation out of Brother Ernest
An
Angel.
Elizabethan collar.
2 minutes, 37 seconds the time on it as the team of Max Payne and gorgeous Gary Young does take the victory in the fall.
Okay, let's take our timeout. We'll check our clock and we'll be back in just a moment.
Thorpe lawyers are watching me.
We're underway with fall number 2.
His
here.
limo.
The first fall went to the team of Max Payne and gorgeous Gary Young. They won it in 2 minutes, 37 seconds. Ron and Don Bruce going against them here.
Let me get in here. Let me make room for you here, Brother Russell. Always a pleasure to sit with you boys. As I said, a super.
Who of the Thorpes hired? J.W. McKinney to represent them?
All right, Brother Ernest. Max Payne head slammed into the top turnbuckle.
You know, I can certainly see by these two featherweight boys that
Featherweight.
none of the money got to Africa. They look like they're Ethiopians or something. Look at them small boys.
God.
I don't know now. Come on, boys.
Runs them both out of there.
Get on in there. Get on in there. Y'all got the power. Come on. Come on, boys. Y'all got the power now.
Yeah, your guys both left the ring.
I don't think so. I know everybody always says she should get an OF. I disagree. I just think like part of Grace's mystique is her like almost her like like slutty vibe, but with a like completely like anti-sexual tone. So I think if she did an OF, like I think a lot of her aura would kind of, And I don't feel that way about all women, but I think in Grace's case, it goes so far against her character, regardless of like what she thinks personally. Like what the version of Grace that we see, like that goes so against her thing. Like she would really be in. It would really put her in a bad spot if she were to ever debate again.
Little refresher there. They had to get out and get a little power boost, is what we call that, Brother Dave. A little power boost.
AI, Grok and Associates.
Max Payne back in there against Ron Bruce.
Now, what do you call that? Let's, y'all get this unbiased.
Grace has a mystique. She does. You can, whatever you think about her, she does have a, like, she has aura.
Talking about a doubled up fist. Talking about Gary Young.
Y'all got them vision centers where you can go get you some glasses?
Oh, Brett, nice one.
Oh, me.
Ron Bruce had him down. Couldn't hold him for the 3 count, though. Gary Young with a knee lift.
She'd have to really basically rebrand.
I did see that.
I just want to make
entirely.
Sure, y'all kind of talk and say my boys don't tag right.
I noticed Gary Young was real slow about leaving after the tag, too.
Did you say these boys were sponsored by Miss
Yes,
Clara or
Anand J. True.
There's a count of 2, and a 2 count.
Yeah, Brother Calhoun just don't count fast enough.
Ron Bruce able to break out of it.
The aura of Satan. Well, that I would understand that if that's how somebody
that's
felt.
What I like to see. I wish we could get a close-up of his face, just where you could see what power my boys have got. If you could just see the pain and agony on that boy's face right now, and I do mean boy.
Grace needs her slutty trad girl gimmick to attract weirdos like King TL and our own dear Mark Fusion. True. Yep.
There's a cover. Counts at 2, but that's 2 counts.
Plus, it gives her, and you know how she likes to be catty and like, you know, really get the critical damage when she attacks somebody. It always gives her that out, right? Like if they ever did that or they're even open to it, like she can pounce on that and be like, you know, I would never do that. I would never lower myself to, you know how she is. Like if she lost that advantage, I feel like that'd be tough.
Again breaks out of it.
Well, now.
What concerts am I going to see? Absolutely none.
That's what
I don't
like
enjoy live music.
Can the camera get over and get a little close up of his face? Now, you didn't see no tag over there, did you, Brother Dave?
Tailgating and Slayer, no. I'm not going to any concerts.
With a doubled right fist.
I would like to perform at a wedding as a tribute to Reflection, but I don't really care for live music, no. Too many drunks. I don't like to spend my time sitting around watching a bunch of, you know, alcoholics bumping into each other. Now, if there was someone here that sang like you and your king, then maybe I'd want to come out, but as it is, like...
For our Spanish-speaking friends, there we go. You did see that tag again.
Her aura is the theme music to The Exorcist. I would go to see Reflection, yeah. I mean, I wouldn't, it would just depend, like, you know what I mean?
And Gary Young.
That's it. And boom. Oh, that's wonderful.
Everything's like real expensive, too.
I didn't see any hair pulling. I saw him going. I didn't think so, yeah.
Gary Young using the right fist. Referee has warned him about it twice now.
What about these belts?
I would honestly, like, probably fly to see Reflection. I'm tempted just to go to book. I can't afford it. It's a delusional thought, but like booking the Hot and Heavy band just so I can see Jeannie Wasung perform live.
Straight up in the air. Max Payne drops.
You were sad when China died? Yeah. Did you ever see that movie? Did you ever see that movie she made, Luna, where she took on like all these dudes at the same time and they were all dressed up as different like WWF characters? So there was a guy that was in line as part of the gangbang that was dressed up like Mean Gene Okerlund.
Can you hear that all the way over here? Isn't that wonderful? What about it, Brother Lance? What do you think?
He's big and he's rugged and all of the other good adjectives go with it. I just wish that all of your guys had a little...
You're back. I didn't know you left.
Go ahead, there, Brother Young, and show them. That's it. One more time.
I mean, I was just shocked that they dressed the guy up like Mean Gene Okerlund. Like, come on. And the guy that they had as Stone Cold was hilarious too. Oh my God. It was every single outfit was just so outlandish. What a great film! It was hilarious. It was just so outlandish. It was a bunch of guys, Bob Brown, but not Bonnie Blue levels. I think probably like I don't know, 15, 20 guys probably. There were at least 10 to 15 guys. I'm gonna stay firm there.
I don't think so. He'll get over and tag Brother Payne. It's all over with. Look at him taking advantage of him like that. That's not very fair. Do you think, Brother Dave?
Taking advantage?
I think they are.
It looks like 1 against 1 to me, and it looks like Don Bruce is
one of the best adult films is a movie, I think it's from the 90s. It's called The Texas Dildo Masquerade, and it's a pretty faithful reimagining of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, but it's pretty wild.
really working over gorgeous Gary Young. It looks like Gary Young.
It wasn't a very erotic scene. I kept wondering if when the Stone Cold guy busted, if he was going to be like, oh hell yeah. They didn't go to that length of accuracy.
Pardon me. I believe they need my help over there at ringside. Y'all are going to have to pardon me there, Brother Russell.
Oh, yeah, I remember that, too.
Yeah, well, you just make certain that the help
don't
is only verbal.
Stay out of it.
Brother Ernest Angel
that was back when there was some hope of a light at the end of the tunnel, but that light at the end of the tunnel, it doesn't exist. That's what I wish someone had told me back during that era when I was in my 20s, that things don't get better.
Now we know what you mean by the
we went to a porn convention where, Belladonna. Remember when she shaved her head, though? You got in line to go... What?
Ron and Don kind of took him by surprise when he made the tag.
No, it's called Texas Dildo Masquerade. It's a feature-length adult remake of Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
22 seconds. That means 2 straight falls for the team of gorgeous Gary Young and Max Payne. And
oh my God, waiting all in line for some box.
Yeah, he sure has a great outlook on this whole thing about how to go about cleaning up wrestling. That's exactly what we've been complaining and agreed with him that wrestling needed some
I'll be right back. I gotta get a drink.
They got guys like him running around in there. You got 2 great big strapping guys like gorgeous Gary Young and that huge Max Payne in there going against 2 young fellas who are just in their early stages of learning. They can't go ahead and beat them 1, 2, 3 in there. They got to have Ernest coming out there and jumping on it. Well, we don't have any more time left. We had to get that good match in there. But for Dave Brown, Lance Russell saying bye-bye, everybody.
The announcers on this program are selected and paid by parties other than this station, namely the promoters of Championship Wrestling.
And here comes Eddie Gilbert to the ring. Hot stuff Eddie Gilbert. Ricky Nelson pulled out. Slammed into the rail by Tommy Gilbert.
ringside, and we're ready to go with another big day of championship wrestling. Obviously, you saw the action that took place prior to our opening right here today, and a situation that Jerry the King Lawler is out of action at the time, burned his chest, burned his beard, and I mean, he burned it, and they had to take it off because of the burns on his skin, his eye, and a lot of it. So Jerry's not in good shape, but by golly, we have got ourselves quite a show lined up today, David.
We do indeed. Eddie Gilbert will be here today, and also Missy Hyatt will be here today. All the Gilberts will be here, as a matter of fact. Tommy will be in a little bit later on with Doug. In addition to that, you'll see Manny Fernandez, the Raging Bull. Also, Nightmare, Ken Wayne. The big Samoans team will be here, and there is a Southern Tag Team title match right here on Championship Wrestling today. Ron and Don Bruce are going to get a shot at the tag team titles of Max Payne and Gorgeous Gary Young.
A couple of young fellas that we've watched go along and come along every single week that's gone by. They are getting what has got to be their dream, a shot at the Southern Tag titles, although they're going in against a big, big team in Payne and Gorgeous Gary Young. We've got all of that and much, much more coming up. Let's take time out now. We'll be back in a moment. That involved Tommy Rich and Jerry the King Lawler. I'd like to show you some more of that and the highlights of that Lawler-Rich match.
Okay, I'm back.
Coming up on the 6-minute mark.
Too bad we never got Sunny to do adult films in her prime.
Lawler pouring the rights to him. Another big right to the jaw of Tommy Rich. Lawler got him into the middle of the ring. Down Tommy Rich goes.
Her movies weren't bad though.
Gilbert. Lawler changing the hands of Gilbert. The match is over. Lawler's won,
but she did several times like ask the guys to slow down, which I understand in the real world, whatever. But I would have like edited around those if I was whoever made the movies.
Qualification. Now they're double teaming Jerry Lawler. Tommy comes over and rams him right in the back. Now they're stomping Jerry Lawler.
She doesn't put a lot of effort into her acting. Let's just say that. $178 for Mary Lou Dragon. Well, I mean, part of that falls onto her. Good. I think she did call it in the ring. It was, I don't think they were like, I don't think she really had a lot of fun. Oh my God, Nicole Bass. Yuck. I think maybe she thought that because she had, had her fair share or whatever, that it wouldn't be a big deal. But I think being on camera, and I think she was really insecure about her body because she kept her shirt on. She had like a little, like a cami on the whole time. So I just think she was really uncomfortable and wasn't able to like get into any kind of zone for it.
Any attempt to do anything else but go.
Yeah, I always like to see Eddie Marlin get beat up.
Happened. You saw it right there on the videotape. Coming out now, the guy who was the
perpetrator of the entire thing.
Eddie Gilbert against
I talked to Eddie Gilbert
Bill
prior to the
Dundee is just
program,
like such
heard
a
all the
masterpiece
reasons,
of
all the excuses, all of
people
the
wearing
things
Kmart
about why he comes
suits.
up and burns Jerry Lawler like that.
Oh, you know what? Last week I made a comment on the Jerry Lawler show about Dave, and I said something
Where's
about
that
he had
at, Luna?
blonde hair
Is it on your
and that
page?
I should be in his shoes, being the color commentator. Well, there's two things that was wrong. He's got gray hair, and it might be not too long. He'll probably kick the bucket, and I'll take his place anyway. Isn't that great?
Yeah, that's great. That's really not what we're out here to talk about. I want to talk to Eddie Gilbert again about this situation that
Mae
developed
Young.
in there. You deliberately, there was
No,
no
wait a minute. Let me go ahead and ask the questions for you. You want to know, just like all the stinking people in this area want to know, why would Eddie Gilbert go off and do such a thing to our king? Well, Lance Russell, I want you to know, just like I've already told you once, I'm sick and tired of people like the Jarretts, like the Marlins, like the Jerry Calhouns, and like you, Lance Russell.
I'm sick of them people, too.
That stick behind the so-called king of wrestling. Well, 3 years ago, this young man right here said that he was going to take over.
This young
and be
man.
The king, and be the king of wrestling and take Jerry Lawler's place. But Jerry Lawler had something else in mind, and that didn't happen, Lance. And maybe it was just because, maybe, I was a little younger then. Maybe I didn't know what I was doing. Well, it took me 3 long years of wondering what to do to come up with the right plan. Well, Lawler, I'm back.
Daninsky, that shows you what a good actor Grace is, because she doesn't fold when she feels insecure like Sunny did in her debut. Pont Flair, somebody say Wildfire.
Coliseum throughout this area, and you people over here, and everybody watching, stand behind him and cheering. Well, I don't like him. I don't like you. I hate this stinking place. And the only reason why I'm back is because this time I am going to take over. I am going to be the successor, and nobody has ever burnt the king.
Yeah, and you never thought about saying, well, let's have a match, Jerry Lawler and Eddie Gilbert, and find out who's...
Oh, yeah, look, it's just a little personal with you, isn't it, Lance? See how you're firing back at me? Oh, yeah, it's a little personal. You're freeing Jerry Lawler. Let's go ahead and say it. You're freeing Jerry Lawler. Let's go ahead and say we're pals. Jerry Lawler, I hope you're at home in your bandages because you're stinking. No good coward. You couldn't see
Oh boy, here we go.
You couldn't see a day. Why don't you come to TV now? Why don't you see if you can beat Eddie Gilbert?
Oh, Wildfire.
That was just the beginning, Lance. I'm sick and tired because ever since I've been here, a lot of people have been scared of Eddie Gilbert. A lot of people have been afraid, oh, he might take Jerry Lawler's place. Well, this time I am. And believe me, you can put that in your little pocket, brother.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you one thing. You said one thing I'll agree with. It's just the beginning. It's not over with.
Yeah, go ahead and stick up for him. Go ahead and stick up for him.
I never said that he
I'm
wasn't.
tired
He's
of
a
this.
friend of mine. And
Oh, yeah, you're a good friend. You
You're
all the time.
him to burn Chicago down in there, and you end up putting a guy, and you say, why isn't he here?
Shawn Michaels in the hospital for his back. Well, last time he was faking it, Luna.
Yeah, well, he'll be back.
He's a stinking coward.
When he lost one of the many times he lost his smile.
Yeah, there's a problem with it. I'll tell you what the problem is. You didn't handle it like somebody who's supposed to be big. You're trying to get famous over burning.
Oh, yeah, let's talk about famous just a minute. Let's talk about what Jerry Lawler's done to be famous. Oh, he can go out and cut a record. Oh, he can hurt a sickly comedian, Eddie Kaufman. Oh, but when Eddie Gilbert comes in and burns Jerry Lawler, everything's hunky-dory. Yeah. I don't think it's hunky-dory. I think what I did was very well conceived. I think everybody should look up to me. And what
I think everyone should look up to me.
Don't hop on this bandwagon now because I don't need you. I never will, people. I'm by myself, and I got my lady.
Yeah, I noticed you also brought your entire family in here. Why don't you just leave? We don't need any more of it. We got a match coming up.
Why don't you just leave?
What do you mean you're not leaving? We're done. Hey, the interview is terminated. That's it. Bring the match in.
Wow, look at the wow. Oh boy, here we go. You look up to him?
You've had your opportunity to say what we've had the opportunity to see you, and we're ready for the next match. Dave, how about the the official introduction.
It's going to be a one-fall, 10-minute time.
Brother Gilbert, all I want to tell you is that is one of the greatest displays of fire and
Oh, here comes Brother Ernest to glaze him.
Brother Russell, what do you think?
I noticed that you're the kind of guy who wants to clean wrestling up. Dave, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Clean wrestling up.
10-minute time limit. Introducing at a total weight of 444 pounds out of Knoxville, Tennessee, and out of Memphis, Tennessee. Well, I beg your pardon. Ricky Nelson is on one side. We got a
It rarely happened that I've seen in the few years that I've watched, but Bill Dundee hit him, but it was a huge deal. There was a whole angle that spun out of it. It was like a massive moment.
Okay, we're off and running in this.
He did ring the bell on him.
10-minute time limit.
This is terminated.
I really mean it.
Yokozuna versus who was the other guy? Ricky Nelson.
If I want to talk about high stuff Eddie Gilbert and the most beautiful lady in the world, Missy, I'm going to do that, Lance Russell. You and nobody else is going to run me out of here anymore.
I didn't say I was going to get up and physically try to get you out here. I'm just trying to
tell you. I know you know better than that because you don't know if any more fire's going to
Good Lord, man.
Isn't that Brother Ernest just the smartest guy? I've got a lot
He smacked the shit out of him, dude. He was just like, boom, and just clapped him.
With him because he's a guy that likes people with a lot of money. I can guarantee you that. You won't have as much when you get through talking with him.
They said like if anybody who touched Lance after that, or any of any of the announced people, that like there was like $100,000 fine or something, and if Bill Dundee did it again, then he was out of the territory.
You condone. Now you're standing here saying you condoned everything he did. And when I come out here and do something to him, I'm the bad guy.
When Jerry Lawler did something wrong, I made point of commenting on the thing, just like I'm saying that was as dastardly a thing.
You tell him, Lance, I'm always having to deal with people claiming bias.
Who's the person that is always saying Jerry Lawler sent me a picture?
I like it when people say I'm biased in favor of VP. Like I cover her passively. Like I don't even usually comment on what she's doing. I'm just observing and reporting. Bill Dundee and the rubber checks, yeah.
Down on the floor.
I canceled that check.
Let's go to the break, and while we're at the break, you guys can...
Because I knew you wouldn't give me a fair shake.
Get out of here, Eddie. We'll take time out, and we'll be back in a minute.
Boom!
Wednesday night, Evansville Coliseum. Brother, what a night of action it's going to be. I'm talking about 9 big matches. Renegade Rampage returns to Evansville, Indiana. You'll see some outstanding single matches, including Shawn Michaels going against Jeff Jarrett, Billy Travis against Marty
Well,
Jannetty.
I wouldn't say they used to date. I mean, she cucked her boyfriend is what happened.
Renegade Rampage, also
Sonny cucked her man to get the Heartbreak Kid.
Marlin, yeah, they're going to be meeting. Big fight right there.
Lee Cypress would never have to worry about getting cucked because Luna is always loyal and faithful to her king.
Jarrett and Travis, and a return Southern tag. We had the biggest upset probably in the
bass player of Graham Hetrick.
Won the title from
Lee Cypress, May 4th, 2024. Heart emoji, heart emoji, heart emoji.
I'll put it up anytime, just to show them.
Okay, Wednesday night, somebody will be shown coming up.
Hi, and welcome back to the CWA Wrestling.
Thank you, Missy Hyatt. At least while I'm doing this, please have
what about the
courtesy
ticket
enough to let me
prices?
get into this segment of it.
Poor Candido, I don't know, man. I'm pretty sure he probably knew, and he was living his
Every
dream.
week, and we will for 18 weeks. The Renegade Trivia Contest, the Renegade Rampage, which is a tournament that runs 18 weeks.
It's a
Total
tough.
of $250,000
It's
of
tough,
prize
I'm
money
sure,
that's
but-
involved in it. The winner will be decided in the finals coming up June. We've had a contest every week asking wrestling-related questions. The fans around have sent in their answers, and we'll be giving you that address before long. And
Oh, I need to watch that
winners
sometime.
who have the correct answers, a name is selected from only the winners, and they're awarded the
Shit
weekly
can,
prizes.
Dave.
A beautiful
Yeah,
set
he's
of
gone.
6 mugs from the Renegade people, T-shirts, hats, that sort of thing. But the biggest thing is it qualifies you for the finals, and there will only be 18 finalists in it. And the winner of that particular grand
He really
championship
books
of the
himself
Renegade
to the moon in
Rampage, trivia
ECW. Like, it's
contest
almost
will be
crazy how hard
awarded a trip
the
to
push he gives
whatever
himself
the
is.
site may be for the final.
But that feud with Terry Funk,
$500
amazing.
in
It's when
cash.
Terry
They'll be
Funk
put up in the
lifts up a
hotel.
horse's
They'll be
tail
at
and
the
has a
matches for
conversation
tickets.
with its
A grand and
asshole.
glorious week it's going to be for the folks who are the grand winners of the trivia
Like
contest.
amazing Terry
Okay,
Funk on the
a couple of
ranch, you know,
weeks
just
ago,
doing hard work to get ready for the
coincidentally,
match.
and I got to tell you, of all the wild coincidences,
I've got to stay
the
here at the
question
double
was,
cross.
Who was the partner with which Eddie Marlin achieved the most fame and success as a tag team? Who was the partner that wrestled with Eddie Marlin?
Well, Luna,
when
that
they
was
achieved
also
the
a
most
cuck
fame and
situation
success?
because
And
she
we do
was
have a
dating
winner.
Matt
The
Hardy.
winner
This is
from
I'm seeing a
Princeton,
concerning
Indiana,
pattern here, Luna.
And the name is Steve Robb. Congratulations,
Steve
for
Stevenson
your
is the
win in
big
that
winner.
weekly contest. It qualifies you.
But who was it? Go ahead and say it. Go ahead and say the name. Who was his most
The
successful
answer
tag
to
team
the
partner?
question was Tommy Gilbert.
That's right. Tommy Gilbert, my dad, the man that took Eddie Marlin all the way to great fame and fortune and carried him through all those tag team
Carried
matches.
Eddie
And I'm sure
Marlin.
you're going to hear a lot more about that.
Now he's got a
sure.
cush
Don't you
job
know
as the
you've got a
commissioner, and he
match
don't
coming
even
up? You
show
better
up
go get
half the
ready
time.
for it. All right, continuing on the trivia contest, the Renegade Trivia.
My horse is
Misty,
sick.
that's the question for this week.
I want to give the question. It says, name the manager of the interns when they were the most successful.
I know that answer.
All right, now don't be giving any answers. This is for the people
What do I
at
think about
home.
Shane?
don't
Oh,
wanna
I
hear
love
any
the
kind of answers.
franchise, yeah.
Who was the manager
Dr. Kim
for the most
Ramsey?
victorious?
Well, these people wait.
Luna is really presenting a lot of cuck situations today. I don't know what to think about that.
I don't think anybody could get
No
that.
judgments, Luna, in any event.
Well, you're not supposed to give the
To each
answer
their
out on
own.
it. This is a contest for the people at home. That's ridiculous to sit out here.
It's ridiculous.
I don't care.
We have just blown the
I
Renegade
got the
Trivia
next one.
question.
Who's the most beautiful lady in professional wrestling?
Yeah, I'm sure you'll give us the answer, too.
I mean, I don't have to give you
ATF
an answer.
media.
The Renegade Trivia contest has just been
I
shot
can't believe
by
we're getting
Eddie
to see
Gilbert
these
and Missy
Yokozuna
Hyatt
matches.
giving
I'm
the
like,
answers
I'm
to
mind blown by it.
the intern was. Yeah, we need another question. Do we have another trivia question that we could use?
Well,
at
then
this
that
time?
turned into a cuck situation too with X-Pac, Luna.
Come in. Hey, come on now, don't be cut.
Look at your Dave's had
Just
enough.
ruined a segment in here. Okay, Davey.
He's got a match coming up against Nightmare Ken Wayne. How about who was Ken Wayne's longtime Nightmare partner?
Okay, all right, now just get on out of here. We do not need that. We don't want any answers. You've already ruined one of the questions.
See, if Lance and Dave were characters like Jesse Ventura, Gorilla Monsoon, these moments wouldn't really carry a lot of weight because they were constantly interacting in this way. But like, because they're always so like passive and kind of detached, besides like emotionally, when they actually get involved like this, it's like a really cool vibe.
Now just
I think
stay away
anyway.
from the microphone. Okay. All right. For you folks at home, again,
You think he had a couple in the back?
Who was the other Nightmare? Ken Wayne's longtime partner.
Partner
They were
as
most
the
successful.
Nightmare.
Right.
Okay, you got it?
Yeah,
Who was
Danny
Ken
Davis.
Wayne's partner,
I think, anyway.
As the Nightmare. Okay.
It's sad.
All right,
Wow,
let's
what
take a
a...
look at the address where you send your answers in.
Luna, you
It's
are,
to Renegade
you are a
Rampage
wild
Trivia
individual.
Contest. That must be on
You're
the
a real,
entry.
real
Renegade
wild card.
Rampage Trivia Contest. Don't give me that, Eddie Gilbert. WMC.
Boyd Watch is
1960 Union
really great.
Avenue, Memphis, Tennessee, 38104. Now, what we'll do is take all of the winners with a correct answer to who was Ken Wayne's partner as the Nightmares, who was his partner in that. We'll take all the correct answers, and we will then be reading the answer in a couple of weeks to you. Okay, Dave? Oh, boy, I'm telling you.
Oh, I know it. Well, in the ring right now, it is Nightmare Ken Wayne out of Memphis, Tennessee, going against Lexington, Tennessee's Eddie Gilbert.
Wait, who's the other guy in the
Eddie's
ring?
corner, and his brother Doug Gilbert is also over there.
I didn't even see him come out.
I didn't either. He kind of
No
slipped
business
out there.
He's not a manager.
What happened to the Benoits? What really happened to the
Come
Benoits?
on.
Oh, I thought he was busted open already.
He's here nonetheless. Eddie Gilbert out of the ring. Missy Hyatt and consoling him just a bit.
Doug Gilbert.
Ken Wayne acted like he was going to come right out of there in the middle of him after him. Eddie Gilbert back through the ropes into the ring. A couple of great competitors in there. In a way, I'm very sorry that we got Doug and Missy out there because that diverts Ken Wayne's attention to at least a certain degree.
Two second-generation wrestlers, too. Missy Hyatt reaching up, grabbing the leg of Ken Wayne again. She believes she broke a nail. Did you hear that?
Broke a nail.
Standing side headlock, Ken Wayne on Eddie Gilbert.
Gilbert Godfrey.
Takes him loose, takes a big shoulder. Wayne knocks him down. And right back into that standing side headlock.
Mr. Gilbert thought he had it going his way. He turned around, and who was waiting for him? Ken Wayne, and he still got him in the headlock.
Oh, man, nice.
Eddie dropped him back, but Ken Wayne still ends up with a hold.
I love a good high-angle backdrop.
2 minutes, 10 seconds gone in this match. 10 minutes, the overall time limit.
As a matter of fact, Dave, if we'll jog our memories back, this is a rematch from about 5 years ago. Remember with...
He's not a jobber. That's Ken Wayne.
Right, that's right. Buddy Wayne and Ken against Tommy Gilbert and Eddie Gilbert.
You're exactly right.
I'd forgotten all about that.
A couple of kids who were just coming into
Yeah,
the wrestling world.
it took me a minute to realize who it was, too.
This time. They've been around a while.
They avoided showing his face
Forgetting
for a long
everything
time.
else of Eddie Gilbert's nature and whatever.
The jobber's
Both of them
whooping
learned
him.
the trade well because they're both
He's turned it into a
excellent.
shoot.
Ken
Oh.
Wayne, caught by Missy Hyatt, right at ringside. She tripped him up, and Eddie Gilbert takes advantage of it, stomping away on Ken Wayne. It was Missy Hyatt who put her hand out and grabbed the leg, no doubt about it.
Tripped him up.
Shawn Michaels in the hospital for his back. He was in the Nightmares with Danny Davis, but not the referee Danny Davis, but like OVW Danny Davis. Real garish, crazy outfits and face paint.
Ken Wayne still with
Like a
lot of
clown version of Legion of Doom.
Oh, he hooks that leg. Prevents Eddie from picking him up. Reverses, and it's Eddie Gilbert who gets smashed on the mat.
Missy Hyatt watching at ringside. Ken Wayne
Wow, what a
will be
sell.
watching that if he ever has occasion to get close to that rope over there. Big drop kick from Ken. A dandy. A cover. One. Eddie Gilbert rolls the right shoulder up.
Ken Wayne back after him in the corner. Look out, it comes out. Dives through the rope after Doug, Eddie's brother.
I feel like Eddie would be really good, like great for territories, because he can just come in like 100 degrees hot immediately into a story and like get a I feel like he could stick around for a little while anyway.
Ken Wayne.
Well, that's the advantage that...
Stop the match,
Oh,
did he say?
yeah. He said stop it.
All right, the referee has stopped it.
Okay.
Oh,
Eddie, he
Eddie,
stopped
it's
the
over.
match. The
It's
match is
over.
all over with.
hit him with the big check.
Eddie Gilbert with a body slam on Ken down here on the floor, but Ken moves out of the way, and now Eddie Gilbert has just rammed his hand into the floor. Match stopped by the referee. He just stopped them when they got out on the floor. All right, look out. Eddie Gilbert shoving the referee.
What's this
They're
guy
back
dressed
in
like
the ring.
Mario?
This time it's 2 against 1, though. Doug and Eddie. Ken Wayne
Mario time.
in there against both of them.
Yeah, Jimmy will be on tomorrow's Boyd Watch.
I thought he was going to head for the dressing room. He doesn't, but he's out of the ring anyway. Wise move right now, Ken, is to head for the dressing dressing room.
Jimmy, Tony Yeoman, Savvy Guy, got a couple new people.
The referee stopped it when they were down on the floor.
Heathen.
Yeah, sure, you ran from two of you,
I don't
Eddie.
know.
Don't forget
I'm through a
to add
portal.
that in there. Eddie Gilbert.
Breaking news:
can
King
read the
Cobra
match
was
is
found
stopped.
dead apparently
And
last
the
night.
title
For real?
4 minutes and 42 seconds about was stopped.
That's
We'll take
crazy.
time. I'll be back in a moment.
Wall-to-wall karaoke for the first annual Lee Cypress Boy Music Festival.
Ooh, let me tell you what's going to be happening Thursday, March the 10th, Marengo, Indiana, Crawford County Junior and Senior
I
High
could
School
put together one, not
Championship
for
Wrestling
tomorrow
coming
though,
your
but I
way.
could
Hey,
definitely
let me
do
have
one.
time to run over all the 9 matches. 9 coming in Wednesday to the Coliseum. Jimmy Jack Funk goes
What about
against
ticket
Don
prices?
Bruce, Gorgeous Gary Young against Ron Bruce, Max Payne against Ricky Nelson. All of these for points in the Renegade $250,000 Rampage. Manny Fernandez against Scotty the Buddy.
Damn.
Billy Travis against Marty Jannetty. Shawn Michaels against Jeff Jarrett. And then special challenge match.
Wow.
Tommy Gilbert, Eddie Marlin, former champions, former partners, will be
I
going in
wonder-
there. And friend, that's going to be some kind.
It will probably not get much attention because that story of that French guy that died is already getting a bunch of attention, but it could open the door into like maybe mainstream media getting a look at the lolcow world, and we could get like some interesting documentaries maybe.
Kind of a fight. Southern Tag Team title match. The Bruise
But man,
Brothers,
if true,
biggest
man.
upset in the world, going against Max
Gosh.
Payne and Gorgeous Gary Young, and a return World Tag Title match.
Scott-
This
yeah,
time,
Scotty
no
the Body's
time,
Raven,
no
I'm pretty sure.
disqualification. Jeff Jarrett,
We
Billy
haven't seen
Travis
him, but I
getting a
assume so.
crack at the world titles held by the Midnight Rockers. All of that action coming up Wednesday night.
That we do have a AWA Southern Tag Team title match that will be coming up a little bit later when
Okay, that must have been a another AWA video package.
Max Payne and Gorgeous Gary Young will be defending their title against Ron and Don Bruce. Coming out right now, Tommy Gilbert. And before I ever say a word to Tommy, I want everybody to see on tape, no surprises, we got it right on tape, exactly what happened involved in the match in which Lawler got burned in. Keep an eye on Tommy Gilbert.
Eddie Marlin out here and his old tag partner, Tommy Gilbert. He and Marlin are having an argument about it. Eddie Marlin and Tommy Gilbert held the Southern Tag belts on many occasions.
Dream Machine.
Eddie walked away to holler for somebody. Tommy Gilbert blasted him in the kidney.
I mean, even if it's not true, but it's widely being talked about, like there's blood in the water, you know, everybody's gonna start making videos.
You know why that was? Because he turned around, man.
Celebrity
If he'd stand up
Sunday,
facing me, I'd have punched him
King
right in the
Cobra
mouth. Do you know
segment.
that?
Yeah.
Well, I can tell you one thing. It's pretty evident all the years.
Lance, I don't run up and hit nobody in the back, man. I'm not going to do it. You stand and look at me in the face, and I'll punch you right in the nose or in the mouth one. And I want to tell you something. I understand that you've got my picture up back there that I got. I just want to show everybody, and I want to show, and I want to tell Eddie Marlin something, too. That picture there, you know when that was made?
Man, that's just
Whenever I
crazy.
was a
Remember
kid,
when he
man, I was
remember when
18
he
years old, and Eddie Marlin was
absolutely
50 years old and
refused
already
just
over
to
the hill
protect
then.
himself, and he
That's
kept
where I was
opening all
carrying
those
him on my
packages,
back,
and
man.
like
You
they
know
were
that?
always glitter
I was carrying
bombs.
him. I'd get in there, beat the guys down to a pulp, tag him in. He'd come in and get the 1, 2, 3, and then everybody'd run around. Oh, Eddie Marlin, you done this and you done that. But who done it all? Huh?
I can see.
Tell me, Lance.
You all were the tag champions. That didn't say.
Yeah, but
Tommy.
you know who done it all, don't you?
Well, I know who you're telling.
Don't
Tommy
you?
Gilbert done it all. I carried him, man. I carried him on my back. It was me, not Eddie Marlin, that was going out there and doing the stuff. Do you understand that?
I hear what you're saying.
I want you to understand it, and everybody else, too. All of the fans out there know it. I was the one that done
If Ruby covers it, yeah.
Lance, I'm the one that comes
Oh,
out
she
here
will
and
for
tells
sure.
everybody
Come
not to
on.
argue and interfere with the show. But I want to tell you something, Tommy Gilbert. You are younger than I am. I'm 57 years old, and I know I'm too old to wrestle.
57? I thought he was like
Boy,
80.
You can push a man so far, and I'm not too old to fight, and I will prove it to you. You can see who carried the team when you get in that ring and see the old man fight.
All the legends are burning out. It's true.
Well, you may thought that you'd
Let him run his mouth, Lance. You can too. You can do it. just like Eddie was telling you a while ago. Now, why don't you do what you do best?
Let the old gods die. We will
Why don't you go to the ring?
resurrect
I'll tell you one thing we've
new
seen. We've
ones.
seen what kind of great loyalties you got. Okay, Davey.
All right, this is going to be a tag team match. One fall, 10-minute time limit.
Tommy Gilbert and Doug Gilbert versus Jarrett and Travis. Part of this might get cut out because I did get a TNA hit for a Jeff Jarrett match. And this is probably reasonably close to the end of the episode, I think. It has to be a kayfabe age. People did look older for sure. Agreed. But man, I thought he was like in his 80s. Shit. I thought Jerry Jarrett was 50s here.
Back together. Tommy and his son Doug. Billy Travis.
Well, I excised the offending footage.
Get him out of the corner, off the rope, back into the middle of the ring.
It's very anxiety-inducing, though.
Tommy Gilbert we saw with Eddie Gilbert. I'm trying to think of another situation. I don't know ever a time where we... Whoa! Billy Travis hip tossed him, picked him up, and slammed him down. And Tommy not having so much success against Billy Travis. I don't know when we have ever had a father who has wrestled with two sons come back and wrestle with two sons in this area.
Can't recall that ever.
Yeah.
Never, no, sure can't.
Doug Gilbert, I think, is bigger than all of the other two. At least say, let's put it the other two Gilberts. There's a tag on Dougie.
You want to put the Renegade Rampage logo like on your ring
He
apron?
goes after Billy Travis. Billy Travis grabs him by the left
It is
arm,
for
right
educational
down,
purposes for me
Jeff
anyway.
Jarrett,
I'm learning.
and it's the double upper arm. Doug Gilbert staggered. What happened, he says. Tommy Gilbert had come through the ropes. The referee sends him back outside.
Jeff Jarrett, Doug Gilbert, the representatives of their team in the ring right at the moment. Referee Jerry Calhoun.
Oh, they're not around anymore?
10-minute time limit out.
I figured they were like the #1 rated whatever it is they sell company.
With our special television time stipulations, Billy Travis takes over. Doug Gilbert pounds him with a broad arm and dumps Travis down on the deck into the ropes. Heavy with the elbow, a lot of weight behind that.
Yeah, Doug weighs in about 260. He indeed is the heaviest by far. The three Gilberts who are wrestling. Billy Travis had rolled out of the way. He needs a tag on Jeff, and he's looking for the corner and he finds it. Here comes
Oh, yeah, for
Jarrett.
sure.
Here comes Tommy Gilbert.
It's got that regional
Jeff Jarrett
appeal
takes
to
on
it.
both of them.
Got all four of them in the ring. Travis back on his feet now.
Travis grabs Tommy Gilbert. Jeff continues to work on Doug Gilbert.
Do you think they really are, though, #1 in the entire country, Covington Pike
Jarrett
Toyota?
with a body slam on Doug Gilbert. He's climbing the ropes. He's up on the middle rope. Gilbert on his feet. Look out. Eddie Gilbert in from outside. That's going to end the match. DQ on the Gilberts. But now it's 3 against 2.
I shouldn't be anxious. I ran it through the copyright. I removed everything that was offending, and then I ran it through again, and it came back okay as far as visibility. But still, I'm just like, oh my God.
Yeah, he interfered in the match just like you did.
I noticed Eddie hit him in the face, too, not in the back, right?
He waited till he turned around, so at least they were looking eye to eye.
Billy Travis.
Going to be a disqualification on the Gilbert family.
Yeah, Eddie's the one that jumped in there and got the disqualification for his team. 2 minutes, 58 seconds.
Yeah,
we
ended
saw it.
up with 3 on 2, and that's exactly why he came in there.
Jeff Jarrett, Billy Travis get the victory.
Yeah, I mean, I'd like to know how they got to that, how they decided that, what figures were used, what were the metrics involved. I'll call them up. I'll be like, #1 in the USA, huh? Bullshit.
And and Tommy Gilbert.
Yeah.
It happened in a match just a little bit earlier that took place in there when Jeff Jarrett, Billy Travis were going against Doug Gilbert and Tommy Gilbert.
Here it
Let's
is right here.
take a look at it right now.
Maybe
You can
just
see Eddie
a
Gilbert
couple minutes of
is over
random footage
kicking
in the middle of the
away on
match
Jeff
got taken
Jarrett.
out, and we just didn't realize it.
There is Eddie Marlin. Eddie came in there. He waited till Tommy's face was turned around to him. He
did not hit him in the back.
Now, at the point Eddie came in, bear in mind, there were 3 Gilberts. Eddie Gilbert had come in, had no business being in there whatsoever.
He's always
It was
doing
Bill
that.
Gilbert and Tommy Gilbert against Jeff and Billy. Eddie came in, interjected himself into that situation, and that and only that is what provoked Eddie Marlin to come rolling into the ring. And he
Come
got a
rolling
shot in
into the
on
ring.
Tommy Gilbert.
He sure did. He evened it up, and the Gilberts left the ring immediately after that.
I guarantee you what, that old man popped him pretty good, didn't he? We just thought we would relive that one for just a moment. We're going to be back with our AWA Southern Tag Championship match in a moment.
Oh, I wonder if this is what got clipped. Well, no, because it was Anthem that wanted it.
Okay, back into the action coming up in a moment. Wednesday night, what did I tell you? Renegade Rampage night. $250,000 tournament, 9 matches coming up. In addition to the Renegade matches, you'll have a return
Eddie
Southern
Marlin
Tag
is a
match
heel to
with
me.
the new champs, the Bruise Brothers, going against Payne and Young, and a return World Tag Team title match with Jeff and Billy going against the Midnight Rockers, but this time,
Oh, wow,
no
look at this.
time limit, no disqualification.
That's right, Lance. You said it exactly right. No time, no DQ. And there's a little reasoning behind that, Lance, because last week, I believe me and Billy, we gave them guys everything they could handle, and they had to bring out a chain to beat us. But this week, they can bring out a chain, because I know one thing. Myself and Billy, we're going to have a chain or a chair or whatever it takes, and we're going to do everything in our power.
I can't
to
believe
get them
King
back.
Cobra might be
We
dead.
asked for
Holy
this
shit.
match. You know, that's been our dream to become World Tag Team Champions. We're former Southern Tag Team Champions, and I guarantee you Wednesday night...
I pre-vetted it, Pomp Flare. I uploaded this myself, and then I ran it through the copyright, and I took out the stuff, and then I re-ran it again, so we should be okay.
Evansville, we're
There
gonna do
is
everything
footage
we
that was
can
taken
to
out,
be
though. I just don't always know where it is.
Okay, here come the AWA Southern Tag Champions, and I gotta tell you, they
If it's in the Memphis ring, it's normally okay unless it's a Jarrett thing.
Max Payne.
But if it's in an AWA ring, then you're like,
Payne says, Brother Ernest in the corner
that can be dicey.
with that cherubic smile on his face, David.
Yeah, keep your eye on him, too.
I should have done that with the
Max Payne,
IWA the other day, but I just got lazy.
Gary
But
Young from Houston, Texas. Together they weigh in at
I'll run everything next
148
week
pounds, and
to be
it's
sure.
all, too, especially this Payne. Boy, he's really towers over his opponent.
He won't tower over the opponents that he's going
these
against
guys,
today.
the Ronadon Brews are 6'7". They're as tall or taller than Payne. They don't weigh as much. They have a total weight of 500 pounds. But Ron and Don Brews will be challenging the champions. Max
Ron and Don
Payne, Gary
Brews.
Young, with the belts on the line, we are set to go with an AWA Southern Tag Team Championship match. The referee is Jerry Calhoun.
Well, it's a situation.
This is such a weird tag team to me. I don't really care for their dynamic.
Stepping out, Don started.
Gary Young is so bizarre. And then
Payne
teamed
have
up
got
with
to be
Max
heavy
Payne.
favorites to retain their titles in this one. But still, I like to see young guys get the inspiration by having a shot at title matches, and that's what you're seeing with Ron and Don. I'm not discounting them. These guys have come along every week,
Huh?
but they
Not
just
the-
really don't have
yeah,
the experience
like King
that
Cobra
Young
JFS.
and Payne have. That's Ron Bruce,
The
who's in
emo
the
guy.
ring with gorgeous Gary Young.
Well, you're right. And also, of course, Ron and Don Brews tend to follow rules letter by letter.
Yes.
And that is not always the case with gorgeous Gary Young, Max Payne, and especially when you add Brother Ernest in the corner.
Yeah, Ron and Don, Skull and 8 Ball.
Nice hip toss. Look at this. Hook that arm. Took,
I
Gary
haven't
Young
seen him
over
for a
and
couple
down on the
weeks,
mat.
I don't
Max
think.
Payne trying to make the tag, but he never got close enough to him. And Don Bruce comes back in. This team, I know most of you have heard it, but for those of
I think we saw him maybe 4
Sawyer Brown, the great
weeks ago.
country singing group, and it's
like the end of my
unique
last stream,
thing,
maybe.
because 2 of the members of Sawyer Brown were in high school.
Run it through the
with Marlin
algorithm.
Brown, and that's how they knew them, and they were great athletes and so forth. So
I'll battle
they
the
sent
algorithm.
to,
I just need
the
my
wrestling
streams to
school in
stay up.
Florida to be trained. They're from Apopka, Florida, and they got them started in the wrestling business.
Nice arm bar on gorgeous Gary Young, who's on the mat. Now that's Ron in there.
Brother Ernest is. He needs to. The ref needs to focus on the action in the ring, not what Brother Ernest is doing.
Identical twins. In case you people hadn't noticed, it's not the same guy. They keep changing, but they are identical twins, and they are difficult to tell apart.
I don't think Gary Young could ever work as. Oh my God!
Gary Young. Tag made. Gary
Oh
Young
wow!
rolled into the ropes. Tag made. Tag made.
Oh my gosh!
Gary Young thrown into the ropes. He was thrown down into the ropes too, and just kind of hung there.
Yeah, I think it's the same guy. Somebody told me it was anyway.
Ron and Don have made a tag.
Don is in there now.
Don in there now. Gary Young backs him onto the ropes, fires him across the way, lets him go by, gets on his feet, and there he goes again. Well, Gary
Yeah, I mean they have a good look, but they can look like legit tough guys, but like their in-ring doesn't back it up, and they have no mic skills.
Big son of a gun. That's Ron from outside. Look at these Bruise brothers. Max Payne hadn't gotten in there yet. They've kept Gary Young away from the corner.
Tell you what, these guys are underdogs, but they don't know that right now.
Nobody told them.
Well, he's got the championship here. He's the CWA heavyweight champ.
Instances in there. I think it is really hacking.
Did I see the movie Metal Lords? Was that about the
These guys have made some beautiful
that like black
maneuvers
metal
on it.
murder
And he stayed in there, I think, a couple of times when he should have tagged
or
Payne.
church
'cause he
burnings
wanted
or
to prove a
something?
point.
Yeah, we've seen that happen before in matches, and I think you're exactly right, especially with the ego that gorgeous Gary Young has displayed in past weeks on championship wrestling. I think he's going to show them that, by golly, he is one half of the Southern Tag title holders, and he's going to show them why here.
Now, there was an example right there. He couldn't. There he goes.
He does get the tag. Big Max Payne, Salt Lake City,
What a
Utah.
strange way to do that.
Man with an attitude we don't like, but who has some of the most solid NCAA wrestling credentials ever in this territory.
Really?
I want the guy who plays Dwight Schrute to play Max Payne in the movie.
Him, and I mean, put the big bruise boy right down on the mat.
Big Bruise Boy.
Speaking of
Why not a
power
finish?
slam,
Yeah, it was kind of
I
more
like that move
drive
as a
him
finish
into the
for
mat
him.
type slam. Ooh. Don Bruise. Well, the Bruise brothers are Ron and Don really looking good there early in the match, but tide has turned since Max Payne got in there.
Brother Ernest is taking more of an active interest now that Max Payne has stunned the Bruise brother and has him in
Oof.
trouble. There's a big splash. One, maybe it. No.
Oh man, I hate that shit.
Did he pick his hair
They do it
off?
all the time, and I always complain about it.
Pin. But
Sure looked like it.
I
after
guess
the
if they were
workout.
always working the gimmick that old boy was going to come in and just put a finger on the guy and take the pin, but I mean they didn't do that
Gary
here.
Young back there. Oh, Bruise rolls out of the way. Gorgeous Gary.
Oh, he was a shooter.
And that's all. He hit it hard.
Get it hard.
Young
What?
tripped him up, but still he was able to get to the corner. And Ron Bruise is back in. So the Bruise brothers gets a fresh one in there.
I'm exhausted by this match at this point.
Success with early, and it looks like they're having a little success right now. Young got up. I think he was looking.
They
for a
are,
tag
dude.
in wrong
The
corner,
Bruise
wasn't he?
brothers are just like
Looked a bit confused.
they're just exhausting to watch.
Stretched it all out. Cut loose on gorgeous.
I'd rather see these two. I'd rather see like Rough and Ready, to be honest.
Max Payne. Look at these Bruise brothers. You're right. Nobody
Oh no, and now they're the champs? Oh, what a depressing finale. Oh no.
Don Bruce in an incredible upset here over the team of Gary Young and Max Payne.
Now we're going to get a big Memphis cluster. Was that a title match, though? Not all of them are.
Get off of it. Gary Young continues.
I just don't buy Gary Young as like this hardcore brawler. It just doesn't work for me. It looks like he should be blinding people with a squirting flower or something. Oh.
Doug Dancing and Alan Reynolds trying to help out a little bit.
Who would win, Max Payne versus young Gorilla Monsoon? Similar ring attire, except for the makeup.
New tag champions. That's not much consolation right now
today, but boy, I'll tell you, the Bruise Brothers.
He's still alive, I think. Or do you mean at this time on the show? He's absolutely still around on the show. We didn't see him this week, but he was on last week.
Get this straightened away.
Well,
I did when I started the doggone show. It's hot about Gilbert burning Lawler and all of that whole Gilbert clan in there, but I'll tell you, I am so tickled for Ron and Don Bruce.
What a great thing for them, huh?
Wasn't that great? The new Southern Tag Champion.
Ah,
Absolutely.
bullshit.
I sure wouldn't have put any money on them because I didn't figure they
Yeah,
had a
they
chance,
died,
but
unfortunately,
It happens, and that's what
Luna
renews
Star.
your faith in it. Lightning can't strike anywhere.
Well, and it happened when Max Payne nailed gorgeous Gary Young with the good book that Brother Ernest carries
good
around.
book.
And, but Ron and Don right there to take advantage and get the count of 3. However, they had
Yeah,
given
he's still
a
in
good
the
account
mix.
of themselves through the match. They had looked
Who
real
was he
good when
feuding
Max
with?
Payne got in there. He kind of took control of it, but especially against Young, they had been in control quite a bit during the match. And
I remember he cut that
son of a gun, they walk
wild-ass
out of here with the belts around
promo
their
saying
waist. Ron
how
and Don
good-looking
Bruce,
the other
new
guy
champions
was.
today.
Boy, I got to tell you, that is great. How about a recap?
Oh, Jeff Jarrett.
On the rest of it.
Other matches, it was the Samoans, the giant Coquina. Boy, this guy, it still amazes me every time I see him how big he is. And Prince Samu getting the victory today over Doug Dancing and Rick Nelson. Rick's back was hurt. They had to carry him out of here. I hope that's going to be all right.
Slammed him on this concrete
right here on the concrete floor. Eddie Gilbert and the Nightmare, Ken Wayne. We had looked forward to this match. It turned out that Doug, Eddie's brother, and Missy Hyatt were both at ringside, figured out interfering through the match. But what it ended up with was that they were fighting on the floor. Eddie jumped Ken down on the floor, and the referee just said, all right, stopping the whole thing. You guys are down on the floor, not in the ring. So the match was stopped with no winner. Then it was Jeff Jarrett and Billy Travis defeating Tommy and Doug Gilbert when Eddie interfered in the match. Eddie Gilbert interfered in the match. Then Eddie Marlin came in to kind of even that one up, and that was
Eddie Marlin, get out of here.
Too. When he got Tommy Gilbert on one shot.
Sure did. And then, of course, the expiration of time match, the Southern Tag Team titles on the line. We had looked forward to it. We really didn't think Ron and Don Bruce had much chance to take the belts.
Yeah, I was hoping they didn't.
A huge team of Max Payne and gorgeous Gary Young with Brother Ernest in their corner. But on the son of a gun, things developed, and they walk out of here. We have brand new AWA Southern title holders.
Oh, boy, it is just great when something happens like that right out of the
Oh,
blue.
come
David,
on.
We're going to get out of here, but we'll be back next week with some more of that big action. Until that time, for Dave Brown, Lance Russell saying bye-bye, everybody.
All right, guys. Thank you for hanging out. If you want to come back just for CWA Memphis, that's a week from today, next Friday at 8:15 Central Time. The next 2 days, though, Saturday and Monday, are my Boit days. So tomorrow's Boit Watch Live, where I do my news update on everybody that's in the Boit. Then Monday, we're going to do Volume 5 of the Luke West Doomer Dossier, deep dive into Luke West's unique life. But I think every other day, I think Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then, of course, Memphis on Friday. I think I'm just going to do I'm going to do Boit Watch, Luke West, then we're going to do all wrestling through the rest of the week. I have like a bunch of stuff I want to at least watch a few episodes of and see how it goes. But thank you for hanging out. Thank you, Luna, for all of your insights into your lifestyle. Thank you guys for hanging out. I appreciate it, and hopefully I will see you soon.